Hey guys, did you know that every single episode of The Read is currently on Spotify? Well, it is. The same app that has millions of songs now also has thousands of podcasts. And on Spotify, you can listen to all of your favorite shows and discover some new ones. All you got to do to subscribe to our show is search for The Read, tap follow, and get every new episode delivered straight to you. Podcasts on Spotify, they are streaming right now, and now, and then, and also then, and after, and before.
Hey y'all, today's episode is also brought to you by Squarespace. You can turn your great idea into a reality with Squarespace. They make it easier than ever to launch your passion project, whether you're showcasing your work or selling products of any kind. With beautiful templates and the ability to customize just about anything, you can make a beautiful website all by yourself. I know if I can do it, you can do it. But if you get stuck, Squarespace's 24/7 award-winning support is there to help. So check out squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code READ to save 10% off your first purchase of a site or domain. That's squarespace.com. Offer code READ for 10% off. Let them know we sent you. And now let's start the show. I do have a quote.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Sure.
Bastion! Why don't you do what you dream, Bastion? But I can't. I have to keep my feet on the ground. Call my name, Bastion.
Is this an animated Christian movie? What the?
Save us. I'm giving you the character's name.
Bastion.
This is a classic.
Is this an animated movie?
No.
Bastion? This is a movie I have not seen, is it?
Wow, this feels very satisfying. I see why you do this now.
Is this like a big movie?
Yes. Very, very big movie. It was adapted from a book. This
was in the 90s. This is in the 80s.
Yes.
Oh, you fucking... Bastion. I know that this... I know.
Bastion.
Bastion's the lead character. Bastion's the main character.
Yes, he is.
Fuck! I feel like this is a movie I am familiar with but haven't seen.
This feels so good. I love this. Do you have a guess?
I'm just going to start throwing out things that came out in the 80s.
Sure. I really thought I was making it too easy by giving you the character's name, but now...
Well, while we get the... I'm actually pulling up the Black Excellence.
No, don't Google it.
I'm not Googling anything.
You're trying to Google Bastion.
No, I'm not. I'm looking up the Black Excellence for this week.
Okay. Are you really? So
yeah.
It's not going to no answer then for the movie?
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm getting to that as well, but I didn't have my. I didn't have a tab. I didn't have my tabs
so
open.
Full of shit. Yes, you did.
I didn't actually have it.
Yes, you did. You are so full of
there it
shit.
is. There it is.
Okay.
All right. So my guess is going to be.
Look at you. You're so wet. You are a mess.
I feel like this is like a fantasy film.
Oh, no. Yeah, I bet Google told you that, didn't it?
No. Google. I didn't Google anything.
No, you didn't. Okay.
Maybe involving a book.
I told you it was adapted from a book.
Right.
Yep.
And a long,
just go ahead and say it. Just go ahead and say it. Now that Google has given you the answer.
The Never-Ending Story.
Yay!
I cheated.
Yes, I know. What? It was incredibly obvious all the clicking you was doing over there. Yay!
Whatever.
It feels good.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. It's my turn next week.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. And bitch, I'm a cow.
I go moo.
Moo. What a ridiculous, awesome song.
I love it so much. bitch.
It's great.
Animals, bitch.
I don't know what
Get
the fuck
out my
Doja Cat
hay.
was going through when she decided to record that on her MacBook.
I don't
but-
either. I went and listened to her other stuff on Apple Music. It sounds nothing like that.
Yeah, no.
She was just trolling with that. I'm a cow shit.
1000%. I think I had heard like one Doja Cat song before that. So I was like familiar with her by name and face. And then when I watched that, I was just cracking the fuck up.
I thought it was one of Tinashe's alter egos at first. She definitely looks like
Fair enough.
Tinashe in like cowgirl cosplay or whatever, but
Sure.
it was really, you know, she got my attention with that, and I had never heard of her, and now I have like her EP and her album on my phone. So, you know, whatever works.
Hey, get in her hay.
Whatever gets the fans. I am Natasha Rothwell.
Love her.
So good.
Love her.
Insecure is back.
And this is the read. Insecure is back. I have so many feelings, but you have a podcast that you can listen to for recaps.
Check out Insecurity if you want to hear me and Fran go all over this show.
All I will say is,
Are you okay?
I just love Issa so much, and I don't care how many poor decisions she makes. I'm always going to be on her side and fight for her.
Okay.
Including the poor decision of sleeping on that nigga's couch and not being honest about it, and also not giving Nathan her number before that nigga took off. He'll be back.
That has to be a huge regret.
He'll be
just
back.
Deep in her heart that she didn't get his number somehow.
That big ass nigga got in the car and took one puff of that blunt, and that motherfucker took it from him and taught a whole blunt.
That's big dick energy.
Now, we are weed people.
Yes.
A whole freshly rolled blunt thrown out the window in Los Angeles somewhere.
You're literally saying, come fight me.
And then beat his ass.
Yeah.
And then sent you a $50 tip.
He's in love.
So ask him if he too has a couch. You're
She
homeless.
needs to get
You're
out
homeless.
of Daniel's
You got to do the best that you can.
She
You know what
does
I'm
need
saying?
To get out of Daniel's
Find Nathan
Yes.
and ask him some questions.
I wish she would just go stay with Molly, but until they get the vase issue cleared up, it's a no-go.
Molly's home could soon be a crime scene because, quite frankly,
Okay.
Dro seems murderous.
When niggas act like they can just walk in your fucking house
I'm sorry.
and
What?
then push back when you be like, let me get my key. Nigga, who are you talking to? That's my key. This is my house.
First of all,
Oh my
don't
God.
worry about what me and my wife do.
You did not have to scare the shit out of me.
No, bitch, you guessed it.
Anyway,
I just love the
Insecure.
show.
Thanks,
It's so
Issa.
great. Can't wait for more. So Black Excellence this week, since we started with Issa Rae, first of all, shout out to her for hosting the Diamond Ball. I mean, talk about just like,
Yes. What a glow up.
I mean,
You know, when niggas start coming out the woodwork to hate on you.
I was just
and-
getting ready to say, like, crushing networks,
Yes.
crushing scripts, crushing foundations and balls and toes.
And red carpets. Issa
And magazine
literally
covers.
is destroying everything. Get out of her
And-
fucking way.
Makeup brands.
I love it. That's right. Easy breezy beautiful. That's her.
Move, bitch. Get out her
my
hay. Get out her hay, bitch. Mad bitch.
Okay.
Black Excellence this week, I would like to give honor to one Taraji P. Henson, who just created a nonprofit organization called the Boris Lawrence Henson Foundation. This is in honor of her late father. And the thing I love about this foundation is that it is dedicated to combating the stigma behind mental health,
Yes.
specifically in the Black community.
Beautiful.
Her father was dealing with mental health challenges. He was a Vietnam War vet.
Ooh.
I think he passed liver cancer. So this foundation is not only dedicated to him, but also to people who look like him and look like her, who are also dealing with mental health issues. It says here on BorisLHensonFoundation.org. Through our partnerships, the foundation will ensure cultural competency. Did I pronounce that right?
Competency.
Thank you, friend.
No problem.
In caring for African Americans who struggle with mental illness by providing scholarships to African American students who seek a career in the mental health field, which lit, that's just one.
Amen.
Offer mental health services and programs to young people in urban schools, and combat recidivism within the prison system.
Hey now.
I spelled out that word and asked you what it meant prior to this.
And I had to Google it. But I did know how to pronounce it.
Yes, you did help me with that because I was 2 steps behind you.
Although I do fuck up pronunciations all the time. We talk fast on this show. We just be talking real fast.
And Google told us that it is the tendency of a convicted criminal to reoffend. So it's just like, I just love Black people being like, you know what?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Of course I'm all over the place mentally. Look at us. You know what I'm saying?
How could
Look
we
at
not?
what we've been put through.
Look at what this country did
forever.
to us. Right. It's in our DNA.
It is in our DNA to be mentally fucked up.
That's all I'm saying. Look at America.
I was eating fruit snacks when my daddy and mama told me that I could just die for going outside.
Oh, man. Don't we all remember that conversation?
Look, if it wasn't like you could literally die just for being Black, it's like, even if you do live, you're going to have to work 3 times as hard.
Oh, right.
Just so you know, this ain't no crystal stair.
Survive.
This nigga shit. Right.
It'll be rough every day.
If you make it the whole way, it's still going to be trash. Yes. Look at me working my 3 jobs.
And you wonder why older Black people lean on God. You have to believe in something better than this.
Maybe have something.
You have to. You have to believe in being rewarded after a life like this. Anyway.
It says we support organizations who educate, celebrate, and make visible the positive impact of mental health wellness. So Taraji, as a Negro that suffers from all kinds of mental war.
Yes.
Myself, I say thank you. I already stand because you're great at the things that you do and have been for quite some time. But this touched me. I love that. Mm-hmm. And I will be going to see What Men Want. It's like a Black female version of that movie, What Women Want.
Oh.
Remember that movie?
Yes, with that white man.
That white man and then the white woman.
Not Harrison Ford.
No. Man. I got it. I've got it. Okay. I'm coming. It's coming to me. I've got it.
What is that white man? Mel Gibson.
Damn it!
Oh, damn.
The whole time I wanted to say Kevin Costner. I knew I was wrong. Kevin Costner was a fucking
Bodyguard.
Yes. I was about to say Preacher's Wife. Like, I'm just all over the place.
You're
today.
just Whitney movies.
So much has happened just in the past 24 hours.
Okay. Oh, my God. Hasn't it, though? It's been a busy week, friend. What's up?
So, this week in Hot Tops, Lemony Bottom in a series of unfortunate events.
Yes. A series of them back to back.
Because it's your business what you put in your Fleet water. Hello?
Oh, wait a minute. Are you telling the girls to put a little lemon extract in that
Whatever you choose. You know what I'm saying? Whatever flavor you want him to savor. That's your business.
Your man likes a little...
Maybe, he's feeling a little citrusy.
Nope.
Maybe he got acid reflux.
I regretted it.
So then you go for vanilla.
I said it.
Some of the girls I hear use Listerine. You're a very brave sister.
Listerine?
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Hey, now, that might not be a bad idea.
That sounds like an awful idea.
Why?
What are you talking about? Because Listerine is full of alcohol.
Right.
Unless you get like that. But then what are you doing?
Would kill all the germs in your anus.
I don't think that you can just do that.
You can't?
It seems like it's going to be germy regardless.
Really?
I feel like it's just going to be a bacteria
place. I feel like you
place.
probably have like an hour window where it's pretty clean. But the tingle, that'd be like putting Dr. Bronner's up your ass.
Hello?
That might not be worth it.
Now, bitch.
Dr. Bronner's, anyway, we always get way off track.
Started.
Anyway, Lemony Bottoms.
Now, really, I feel like there's not much to discuss here because we really could spend the entire segment talking about the clout chasing Olympics. But instead of, let's just get it.
Clout chasing
There's some
Olympics.
Other things
my goodness.
To preface that.
All right.
So, we've gotten back to the internet trolling itself with rumors that Idris Elba will play James Bond. So, some British tabloid told a story that a director named Antoine Fuqua, a very famous director, The Equalizer, Training Day, all of the big nigga shit, was in a meeting with Barbara Broccoli? That's how her name's spelled. Don't know if that's how it's pronounced. But she produced damn near every James Bond film that was a part of my life.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like from GoldenEye up to where we're at now. Like
wow,
a bunch
that's really
of
her
them.
name, Barbara Broccoli.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless it's like Broccoli or like
It might be. You never know white people.
I don't know. Yeah. She ain't from here, I'm guessing. Now, the story goes that these two film heavyweights got together and discussed that it is time for a black actor to step forward and play James Bond. Rumor has it that the next James Bond film, which might come out next year, is going to be the last Daniel Craig Bond, who is the man who's played the last James Bond.
Can you fill me in?
Daniel Craig is an actor. Trying to think of things that he's been in beside. Like now, when I think about him, I just think about James Bond first. So.
Oh, that's not the white man from Wakanda. That's not the white man from Black Panther.
Okay, there's like two white men in the agent.
Yes, that's not Agent. What's his face?
No, sis.
Who the hell is this?
But actually, it would have been way cooler if it were. Damn, Daniel Craig should have done it.
Wait a minute, Daniel Craig. All right. I guess I don't know this man.
So anyway, this is not true.
Oh, I'm thinking Craig David. Okay. Anyway.
Craig David?
No, never mind. It doesn't matter. Let's get back to the story.
Okay. So this didn't happen.
Okay.
Is the long and short of it.
That's too bad.
They have come forward. Even Idris Elba said, "Don't believe the hype," although he still got to troll us and tweeted out something like, "It's Elba. Idris Elba." Like, he knows that we want to see him play James Bond.
Right, we really do.
It doesn't seem like it's going to happen. But
I don't see why not.
I don't either.
I really want it to.
So
I would actually go see a James Bond movie.
Never seen a James Bond movie. I've never watched one.
007, Shaken Not Stirred.
Okay, they're all 007.
Oh.
That's his, like, agent number.
Yeah, I'm telling you all the things I know about James Bond.
Oh, okay. Same. I Googled some things.
Okay.
So now I have seen like bits of some of them. Like I saw bits of the one with Halle Berry in it because Halle Berry was in it. I feel like that one's Die Another Day. Y'all can tell me if I'm wrong. I really don't give a shit. I saw bits of Skyfall. I feel like I own Skyfall and I still haven't watched it, which is the one Adele sang
the song for. That's a beautiful song.
And I feel like even more recently, someone who's going to get Red sang a James Bond song. But we'll deal with that later. I could be incorrect.
I got to touch the piano they used for Skyfall.
That's nice.
Yeah. When I went to the UK a couple years ago. Anyway.
That's rich.
Yeah.
Well.
No, it wasn't rich. It was because I was working at Apple.
Same thing.
Anyway, though.
So there are apparently 26 or 27 James Bond films.
What?
Let me.
White people really love that movie.
There's a bunch of them, girl.
James Bond.
There's a whole bunch of the bunch.
I've never given one fuck in my whole life about a James Bond movie.
I mean, yeah.
16. Wow. Combined gross of over $7
billion. 26 films produced between 1962 and 2015.
Jesus.
There have been 7 men who have played James Bond, starting with Sean Connery, which, I mean, I still know who that is. And the only other people on this list that I recognize their names are Roger Moore, Pierce Brosnan, who was my first.
Yes, Pierce Brosnan. That's
James
who I remember. Yes.
Technically, this person named Timothy Dalton is my first. Like, he played
I'm Googling
James
more than I ever
Bond
have.
in The Living Daylights in 1987. And then License to Kill, which I know, came out in 1989. Obviously never seen either one of those. Didn't know anything about a Timothy Dalton. But the first time I recognized James Bond on my own was Pierce Brosnan and I believe GoldenEye. And the most I know about GoldenEye is that it was an excellent Nintendo 64 game. Other than that, I've got nothing. Okay. So now I kind of want to like watch all of them just like, because I do feel like they're gonna make a black James Bond at this point. Why not? You've had 7 white men. Make the next one black or fucking like,
right.
You know, Muslim or a woman.
Anything.
Gay.
Anything other than the same straight, boring white man we've seen. Well, y'all have seen over and over because I have not.
I'll let you know how I feel if I can even.
Yeah, I'm not even finna look at that, to be totally real.
I mean, I powered through all of the Fast and Furious movies. And it was because
I
there
can't
was
watch
such
those
a
either.
dedicated sis.
They're so boring.
Try just so you can tell me how far you got, so I can laugh.
Okay.
Because I want to know if you make it through the first one.
'Cause
Have you
I didn't
seen
get
the first one?
through all of the Harry Potter movies. I couldn't. Harry Potter movies are terrible.
Well, that was just because you're unfair and rude.
No, it's because I'm an adult and those movies are bad.
That too. And they are not bad.
They
And
are
you didn't get to where
very
they
bad.
get good.
No, you're right. I did not get to where they get good. If that happens, I did not get there. Woo!
Where did you stop?
They take. I stopped after the third one. After the third one, I was like, and I actually don't even think I finished it, but it was, I just said, I cannot do this.
Oh my gosh.
They're so bad.
They're not bad.
Anyway,
they get so much. Oh my gosh.
I don't believe it. Have you watched them as an adult?
Yes.
Okay.
First of all, ABC Family or Freeform or whoever they are now play it every Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
They play all of them like every holiday season. Plus, I own all of the movies on Blu-ray because I'm, sensible and I love myself.
Yeah, I stopped after Prisoner of Azkaban.
That's terrible.
It was just the things they do to those movies compared to the books. It should be criminal. It is so bad.
We keep talking about
it. Is so goddamn.
It is every.
I don't care.
Movie based.
They try to fit so much into, but they don't even really. They just chop shit up and
so long.
Okay. Anyway. It doesn't matter. We're talking about.
We didn't even get to see Harry and his perm or whatever that was.
Oh, he got a perm?
He didn't. His hair just looked so ridiculous in Goblet of Fire, but that's where it gets lit. Obviously, you know why. But then all of the movies where he's older, the last 3 movies, they're so good.
I just will never know because
okay,
they're just so bad.
You didn't even get to see Helena Bonham Carter get it.
No.
Wow.
Honestly, other than the picture of Hogwarts, which I guess I've probably seen a million times anyway, so that's what I had in my head. Pretty much nothing that I pictured while reading the books translated in the movies.
Watch the Fantastic Beasts movie. Because it's not based on any actual book. Mm-hmm. I mean, not really. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's based on a book within a book that also became a spin-off weird book. But whatever. It's not a book you've read. Okay. And they're going to turn it, or they are turning it into a prequel series, it seems now. Well,
you got a better shot of me watching Fast and the Furious before I watch another Harry Potter related film. Wow. So, but I really might try with Fast and the Furious again. I might. I tried. Too Fast, Too Furious is where y'all lost me.
Oh no, yeah, you gotta suffer through that one. No. You gotta take the L on that. No, I don't. Because Bow Wow's right after.
There's a Bow Wow is in one of the movies.
Nigga, you don't remember Tokyo Drift?
I don't. I never saw that.
Of course you didn't see it. But you don't remember hearing about it?
No, what? Bow Wow, Tokyo Drift.
Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift, I'm pretty sure that's the 3rd film.
Oh, wow.
Literally, nobody else in the series is in it except for, a tiny cameo at the end.
Oh, he still looks young.
I mean, he was still kind of young. This is, I feel like I was maybe in college, high school.
Okay, all right. Okay, well, whatever.
I just wanted to know why that movie had such a huge, dedicated audience. And I know that, Paul Walker passing was really emotional, so that probably helped a lot of the camaraderie that I saw emanating off of this franchise that was so attractive. Well, not attractive, just intriguing to me. Because every time I would see a trailer, I was just okay, it's fast cars driving off of shit.
Yeah.
I don't
get. I need to look at that.
Why people
fast cars and half-dressed girls. I don't care about either one of those things. So.
And that's what it is. Right. I mean, they end up evolving into much better action films, but
okay,
whatever.
Sure.
Anyway, I want to see Idris play James Bond, and if not him, I'll think of another Black British man that.
Yes, please do.
Arinze Kenny, aka one of my imaginary husbands.
Oh, one of.
I just have a cave
of all the niggas you claim.
Yes. I'm Mufasa among a den of my imaginary hoes.
Okay. And anyways. Is this your favorite hoe?
Yeah.
All right.
For the time being.
Look at you.
I don't know.
You better play with him. Play with him.
So Danity Kane is back. Or Donity Blonde. Donity Blonde is a thing. It's happening in real life.
Donity. Oh, that's very cute of you.
Because, they posted these Polaroid photos, which are promo for their upcoming tour called The Universe is Undefeated, which, I mean...
The universe is undefeated?
But, I mean, sure. Yeah, I mean, I agree.
But, like, who was the universe going up against?
Right. Thanos or Galacticus or one.
Oh, Lord. You kids love Danny Kane.
I don't care. Here's the thing. Okay, so the caption, this is Aubrey O'Day's Instagram. It says, Dawn, Dumb Blonde, which, if you don't remember, was the name of, after Dawn popped Aubrey in the back of her head, and then it was just Aubrey and Shannon. That was their group name.
Okay.
And then Dawn replaced the A in her name with a triangle, and the girls went their separate ways. So it says Dawn, Dumb Blonde, DK3, new albums, new era, Grown Us, don't miss it, ticket link in bio, of course. And then the hashtag of the concert. So they're going everywhere from New York to Hudson, New York. Wilmington, Vegas, San Fran,
not
Philly.
Shit for that.
It literally says New York, Hudson, New York. I'm reading what it says.
You did not have to do that. I don't get
No, you are the shady one.
Danny Kane. They had like 2 songs I liked.
Oh, that sucks.
So, are you gonna make time?
Why does it say
schedule?
West Hollywood, California and Los Angeles, California? Is West Hollywood one of those weird cities that is like its own city within a city?
Maybe. Like how Brooklyn is really Brooklyn and not New York.
And Miami Beach is Miami Beach and not Miami.
There you go. Maybe so. It probably is that.
Maybe. Anyway, so they're going on tour. A lot of, the brunch gays are super excited. And Dawn had a really funny cameo in Insecure.
Yes, she did. A friend had to tell me that was Dawn because I did not know.
I didn't realize until she came out of the recording booth or whatever.
Yeah, she doesn't
was
really
in.
look the way I remember her looking. But
well, she definitely don't look the same in this picture right here. But then she, I went on her Instagram and then she does in some other pictures. I'm assuming that whoever does Aubrey's makeup in this picture also did Dawn's. And maybe they're also still holding a grudge. I don't know. Because she looks...
Damn, that's rude.
She doesn't look the same in this picture that she does in other pictures. Like, I still see, like, recent pictures on her Instagram where she looks like Dawn from MTV. And then I see this where she looks almost dead. Like...
Is it this one in the cage outfit?
What cage? I'm looking at these Polaroids is what I'm talking about.
Okay. I'm looking at that.
Oh, no. She looks more like regular Dawn there to me than in these Polaroid pictures.
Maybe I never knew what Dawn looked like.
You did.
Shit. That's entirely possible.
Anyway, for VIP tickets, you can go and grab them on their bios. And they apparently come with a meet and greet, a VIP tour shirt, a photo, poster, Q&A. And it says it's $200. Show tickets not included.
What?
That's what
I was about to say, okay, that's not bad actually for 3 people. But the tickets to the show are not included in that?
That's what it says in this picture.
No. Bye, girl. You're a lie for that.
Why can't you go to the show too?
It includes a meet and greet and a t-shirt and all that other shit, but not a seat at the show? Wow.
I'm confused. Maybe hold on.
So you can just show up for your meet and greet and then go home and not see the how?
It literally says show tickets not included. I'm not reading this wrong, but I am confused.
I mean, so the tickets to the show must be $10, $15.
Maybe the tickets are like $20.
Yeah, that's the only way this makes sense.
Matter of fact, let me look. Just because I really want to satisfy my curiosity.
Have you ever been to a Danny Kane show before?
No, I'm okay.
Okay, all right. Don't know.
But I don't like. I can't say that I only have liked 2 of their songs, but I just don't. I wouldn't care if it were all 5 of them. And a lot of Danny D. Kane fans that I follow are like, let me know when all y'all get back together.
Oh, okay.
Which
so I want the whole group.
Don't see happening. I mean, I can understand why you would want the whole group. Honestly, I'd rather see... Are these blanked out ones not on sale yet, or are they... Oh, yeah, on sale soon. So they're only selling tickets for Stamford, New York, Huntington, and Anaheim right now. So New York, these tickets, let's see what it says. Yeah, I like Dawn as a performer, and I like a lot of her individual music. I liked like one song that they did when they actually released like a little album. I only say little because it wasn't that long.
Okay.
With just the 3 of them. And there was like maybe 2 songs on there that I liked, but just not enough to like go out and see them. I think they're cute. God bless them and everything like that. But this just doesn't really move me. Not enough to like go
Yeah, I could see if they were always like really great performers and y'all were just like so excited to see them hit the stage again.
Yum. So, New York will be at Irving Plaza.
Nope, standing room only. I will not. Absolutely
General
not.
admission standing room only $42.50.
Girl, in addition to...
But see, it says VIP standing room only right here. So if you buy VIP, there's something has to be wrong. So you mean to tell me that if you buy $200 VIP tickets, you can't
stand in the standing room only? How why not?
I don't get it.
First of all, the VIP standing room only at Irving Plaza is a joke. Like VIP, it is a couple of ropes and people checking to make sure you have that VIP sticker. Like it is not some elevated experience.
Maybe DK3, Donna DeBlonde will completely revamp it and they will have cake pops and...
Do like a good cake pop.
I love a nice...
A good cake pop? Nigga. They're perfect. They hit the spot.
Anyway, good for them to be able to put their differences aside after a physical altercation.
I sure don't understand how you can sell a meet and greet ticket that don't include admission to
I'm trying to think of a time I've heard about this.
Especially a standing room only show. How? Okay, anyway.
I'm trying to get it.
It's standing room only. What you mean? I'm gonna just come in for my meet and greet and then not leave. What y'all gonna do?
I don't get it.
Okay.
I don't understand.
All right.
Maybe somebody will clarify because it says it right here, so I'm not.
I mean, I was not in danger of going to this, no way. So, I don't really need to know.
What else? So, Tiana Taylor and Jeremiah were on tour together.
Holy God, I saw this! Yay! A story that I know.
Yay! So, what had happened was Tiana and Jeremiah, they were on a tour called, is it Later That Night? Now, I didn't even know that they were touring together. I absolutely knew that Tiana was on tour because although I have not listened to her album, I know that she released one and I know that I saw a lot of positive reception from it. And I also saw her on stage dancing so hard that her wig literally flew off. And she looked better without it.
Okay, well, I don't know
if she looked better. She looked good without it.
Right. Tiana Taylor is the type that can get away with that.
It was just like a slicked back, and she was still fine. So.
I mean, and I've seen lots of clips of her performing over the past few weeks. So I knew she was on tour. I had no idea Jeremiah was also a part of that. No, but I don't follow anybody who has said anything about Jeremiah in years. So I just had no clue. The young people had to tell me today that he has more songs than just Birthday Sex. Apparently he has whole albums.
In years again.
I had no clue. Apparently he makes sex music. Music for people people who still make playlists for sex.
I liked his album, and I've said this before, although I can't even tell you what the fuck it's called right now. But I'm sure it's not his last album, but it was really good. The one with that purple shit on the cover. Late Nights. That's the name of it.
Maybe so.
Yes.
Okay.
So I really did enjoy that album and was surprised because I too didn't pay much attention to Jeremiah, and Birthday Sex was probably the most I knew about him.
Right.
And I figured that he was kind of like a Jason Derulo or one of these guys
that
just like makes. In fact, I think I got them confused for a little while.
Yes. Exactly that.
And so when I listened, I don't even know. It was maybe a single on that album that I randomly heard somewhere and liked it and decided to just listen to the rest of it. And I actually liked the full album. Haven't really paid much attention to Jeremiah since. I know, funny enough, outside of this tour drama, we did talk about him getting booted from that Party Next Door tour that he was doing. He got on stage and called Party Next Door all kinds of bitches. I don't know. I believe that was also right around the time that he had like a look-alike in a hoodie and mask or some shit up on stage. You remember that time that niggas was like at the Jeremiah show and they said that's not Jeremiah, that isn't Jeremiah, and he literally just had his head down the whole time with a hoodie on.
I would have never known the difference.
I mean,
let me just Google what he
Jeremiah
looks like
could be in here right now,
right? And I have no clue about it.
I like the niggas album. So here's what's apparently going on with Petunia. Again, I'm like, I don't know how that works. Like, is Petunia like a bat?
Petunia's everything. Petunia's everything and everybody and everywhere.
Okay.
It can literally be whatever you want it to be.
Fun.
She's Petunia, but you're also Petunia. And don't get it fucked up, Petunia.
Yum.
Everybody.
Okay. So, Tiana Taylor took to Twitter where she made sure to @ Jeremiah and placed the following words
I love it.
right behind it. It
Yes.
says, first of all, I've been extremely mistreated on this tour. So on that note, I will no longer continue to stay on the #LaterThatNight tour. Because it's even like named after his album. I had no idea this nigga was present. Because if I do, I'm going to end up knocking this nigga out, which I believe she's capable of.
I don't think she's lying about that.
I don't. I believe her. I'm sorry to all who has already purchased tickets to see me. I will make sure everyone gets refunded. Then she at him and said, lazy, sneaky, jealous, conniving, selfish, lame ass nigga.
Love it.
Work. Don't ever try to play me, Petunia.
See? Don't try to play her, Petunia.
I don't.
If she's mad at you, then Petunia's a bad thing.
But what if she's not mad?
Then it's a good thing. Because she calls Junie Petunia. Petunia adapts to the situation.
I get it. I do get it. Okay. They come to see me, then 80% of the room leave after my set, which makes sense to me.
Well, damn.
Work my ass off every city, every night. You've done nothing this whole tour but act like a diva in your princess chair. Now, let me also return here and see what Jeremiah could possibly be on tour promoting. What is he performing?
Probably this album.
No, but this album came out years ago.
The Late Nights album?
Yes, that album's old.
Oh, he has a song out with Ty Dolla $ign. The young people told me they like it.
You can't be on tour with a song.
Well, I mean, not just that song, but yeah. I feel like it has to be...
This is a single.
It has to be that album and whatever singles he has out.
He has an EP here called The Chocolate Box.
Oh, God. Really? That better not be.
Oh, okay. Yes. I know this 4-song thing. I like this one. It has a great sample. Okay. Sure. So Petunia tried it. And Petunia had some more things to say.
Okay.
So Tiana Taylor got on her Instagram. I watched clips of it where she basically talked about everything from, how when she was entering this situation with him to tour together, she was under the impression that it was going to be equal, that they would be like co-headliners or what have you. And she has been treated like an opening act, which I feel like would puzzle anybody.
I certainly was confused.
She had been performing first, which I also found to be confusing.
But I would appreciate that as a Tiana fan, because then I can go home probably before traffic get bad. You could still cook dinner, put your kids to sleep.
Right, and she's saying, she's got her baby, so, that was like fine for her, whatever. She wanted to close out the New York show, which happened recently because she's from New York.
Makes sense.
That does make sense, and she has an album that just came out that, again, well, fine. We talked about that.
Right.
So I'm understanding everything she's saying with her great cheekbones, and... She also talked about,
it's a good bone structure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
She also talked about how she came out on stage at one point and they would leave the stage wet. She fell off the stage and hurt her thumb, I believe, in New York. Her screens was fucked up. This nigga wasn't posting flyers, so the shows that were sold out were clearly because of her, because she was the one who was promoting. She made her own flyers because they had his picture bigger than her on the fucking flyers.
Wow.
So whoever is like managing and throwing all of this stuff together is trying to fuck out of Tiana at her time. And they're probably shook because everybody wants to come and see this girl and nobody's really thinking about Jeremiah like that because niggas are walking out. They're claiming that her meet and greets were in the way and her merch and things were like that in the way.
Meet and greets in the way? What do you mean in the way? How can my merch be in the way when people bought tickets to see me? That doesn't make any sense. There has to be space for my things because I'm on the fucking bill. What do you mean?
She said that she sat down with everyone and she spoke. She said her piece. She said how she felt. Everything was supposed to be, copacetic. And I guess they just kept trying her. They begged her to, not walk out on the tour for clear reasons, but she, she fed up.
Well, so...
It don't make no sense. You got a baby. You don't need to be in jail.
You can't treat somebody like they're lesser than and then expect them to just take that and not ever push back or be angry about it. That doesn't make sense. Especially if what she's saying is true and half the people, 80% of the people are leaving after her set. It would seem like if y'all noticed that was the case, then you would do everything you could to make sure she was happy. Like, the things she's talking about
Just
pissed her off is like basic
Right.
consideration that you would have
Exactly.
for an artist on your tour.
Not like, move, bitch, get out my hay, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, let's just do this together.
Right. Like, it wasn't like she was asking for anything over the moon. So I don't.
Sound like some niggas who are shook that the girl came through and it was slang and everybody is out here twerking and getting their life because they came to see Tiana Taylor, and then you come out, we not even sure if it's you or not.
See how many people are trying to get refunds. See what them crowds look like when Tiana's not there to open the show.
Right. She said if you would have opened the show, then you might have been performing to a sold out crowd. Like, all of the true gags, you know what I'm saying? And it's not like it's
I love it.
It's a read, but it's the truth.
Those are the best ones.
You know?
Yes.
That sucks. For him.
For him, right. So, like, good for Tiana that she's
just gonna have to put together her own
shit.
Solo tour, which I guess she should have just done to begin with.
I mean, I thought that's what she was on.
I did think that's what she was doing too. This is literally how I found out there's somebody else was on tour with her.
Wow, they really tried to play her.
They did. I'm confused.
Over and over and over, and really thought she was just gonna stick with it for the fans, but.
And she said something along like the lines of like, if he were to be like, fuck it, and he wasn't going to perform, that he would have still got paid, just I guess because of how it was all set up. Mm-hmm. So she could be the one who's promoting the shit, selling the shit out, you know, working her ass off, literally ripping off her own wig every night, and he doesn't really have to do much of anything.
Wow.
So like, why are you shitting on somebody who's like bringing you checks and attention?
I had no idea Jeremiah was a big enough name to be sitting up and acting bougie about anything. I just would have never thought. She said on Twitter he acting like he think he Mike Jackson.
Oh yeah, I did.
Like he really do think he is Michael Jackson. Like I don't. How though?
A lot of the girls think that.
But why would you think that?
No,
it doesn't make any sense. I wouldn't be perplexed that your name was even still coming up in conversation if you were anywhere approaching a Michael Jackson. But it's fine.
Do you want to talk about Nicki Minaj's album first, or do you want to talk about the spiderweb drama first?
Well, I didn't listen to the album. I decided to give the Barbs a break this week.
So
did you?
Nice. I did.
Asante told me there's something about
sissies?
Sissy that walk like a fag or something. And I said, I'm not listening to this. What's the line? He keep it switching like a sissy.
They switching like sissies now.
There you go. So, yeah, I said, well, that's not really pushing me towards listening to it, but I wanted to be nice this week.
It's on track 2.
Oh, really? Wow.
Of 19 tracks.
19.
I streamed that the first time I listened to it, and she said that, I honestly just pressed pause, removed my headphones. I said, I'm going to go watch Infinity War. And me and Link watched Infinity War together. She really enjoys that film. She loves Infinity War. Link loves Jurassic Park, and she really loves Belly. So my takeaway from that is that Thanos, the T-Rex, because I'm talking about the original Jurassic Park, obviously. And DMX, she really loves monstrous, destructive things.
Yes.
And I think it's because she sees herself in
That's what I'm getting from this. She really identifies with Thanos. She's like, really? Half of all living beings? I could do it.
A quest for jewelry and destruction? Sign me up.
I would love to destroy this entire apartment. Just let me do it.
Yeah, I decided not to drag myself through the rest of that and being annoyed after I
heard it was all right, though. I heard the album was all right.
I went back and listened to the rest of it the next day. It's like, here's the thing. I think that she should be proud of it. I think that she should be proud of it because I do think that it's her best work. I think that it is growth in what she's given before. I still don't like the majority of it.
Okay.
But I think that at this point, that's just what it's going to be. I think that when it comes to like Nicki Minaj making like a body of music, she's going to, you know, experiment and mix genres. She's going to sing. She's going to do pop. She's going to do all of these things that I personally don't care to hear from her, but she's allowed to do those things as a creative. She should, you know what I'm saying? Want to like try and experiment and do new things or whatever. And obviously, she's got a big enough fan base and a dedicated, loyal, bloodthirsty enough fan base that she can continue. They love this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I think that, like, when it comes to Nicki Minaj and a full body of music, I just have to know that and we talked about this, there's going to be pieces of things in there that's really going to speak to me. And then there's going to be stuff in there that I'm not interested in. What I can say, though, The reason I think that this is her best body of work is like a lot of the songs on there that I'm not particularly a fan of, like the pop stuff, the singing stuff, the weekendy stuff, all of that.
So she is doing a lot of singing?
She does have songs on there where she is singing. She does still have, maybe one or two songs on there where she just sings. But unlike previous albums, like, the last two, unlike, let's say, a grand piano.
Ooh, don't bring up grand piano.
I feel like the songs where she kind of fuses genres around and mixes and does different things, they sound more fine-tuned for her. They sound more like, although I don't care to hear it, it doesn't make me want to claw off my own flesh.
It's better.
Right.
Okay.
Like, I feel like before when she would do poppy stuff, singing stuff, whatever, it sounded like absurd. Like,
okay.
Like grand piano makes me want to I would leap out of a moving vehicle into traffic.
Very bad song.
Before being forced.
It's so bad.
Whereas I think it's Come See About Me is a song on here where she's just singing. And it's I don't care to hear it, but it's not awful to me. So I can see people liking it. I think it's a little bit more cohesive than her previous albums. And I think that the bangers on the album are some of her best bangers ever.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Especially for it to be her song. Isn't just
Not a feature.
She's got some really great bangers on it. So I think that, if you're a Nicki Minaj fan, you probably are going to.
So you don't feel no type of way about they switching it like sissies or whatever?
No, I absolutely hate and despise that.
Okay.
That line. I do. It pisses me off. And, it is what it is. Homophobia. It's the American dream.
That's really all that is.
Everyone has it. Get one.
I don't know how people can argue that point.
To you, baby.
Switching it up like sissies is in no way empowering.
Because she has a line during one of her early mixtapes where she says, first they love you, then they switch. Yeah, they switched like faggots. And I remember when that song, I remember hearing that when it came out.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this is supposed to be hey, look, I switched faggots to sissies. I don't really know what the...
Is that supposed to be?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't like it, but I listened to the rest of the album so I could have an objective opinion. I think it's, it's her best work.
So it's her best work. I did like more songs on the Pink print than I disliked. Right? The Pink print
I do remember you saying that.
So, I will get around to it, but I was trying to have a week where I didn't have to say anything negative about Nicki, and I knew if I listened to the album, there was just a 100% chance there was going to be something I didn't like. So I tried to just, keep it totally positive and nice this week. I decided to give the Barbs a break, but then fave logged on and said, fuck all that any damn way. So here we are.
Oh, God.
There's something wrong with her, right? Something's going on over there.
All right.
I think so. I think Nicki, if she's not on the sick and shut in, she's approaching it.
The first thing that happened, let's explore.
Okay.
Let's explore.
All right.
So, first of all, Nicki Minaj did an interview with DJ Clue. I don't know if DJ Self was present at the time, what have you. But he allegedly went on to the radio and was asked whose album is better, Nicki's or Cardi's.
Oh, Lord. And
he said, I don't even know why you would invite yourself to that conversation. Whatever. But he chose Cardi or something like that. But these Nicki Minaj tweets start by saying he's mad because I refused to give him a drop or a hug. He was just up there dissing the bitch thinking that would make me fuck with him. LMAO, joke's on you once again, dummy. Passed up on your meal ticket, now you get crumbs from her table. You're a reality TV hoe, used to be a respected DJ. Where my hug face ass nigga. Dissing another female rapper won't make me like you. You hold no weight in this city, nigga. Look at your roster. I did Clue Show, and he was up there looking like a sad kid, asking for a drop, trying to get a hug. I won't give you a drop. You're not a DJ hoe.
Okay.
He responded on Instagram by saying, well, there you have it. I never asked for a hug or a drop. Truth is, I said hi. She said hi back. Never knew she had an issue with me. We only speak when she has a project dropping. So by that, I know what my relationship is with her. Nigga, there is not one punctuation mark in here. There's not one. There isn't.
God
none.
bless you for reading through that.
Clue asked her to do a drop for DJ Self, and she declined. Why did you speak it? What is this third person
So
shit?
Clue asked.
Clue
Oh yeah,
asked
he's saying that like
her
he's
to
not
do a
DJ
drop
Self.
for DJ Self, and she declined, which I wasn't in the room. Why would she not have
niggas?
Why would she not? I have no clue. Because I'm friends with Safari or Dream Doll. I'm like, who knows? I'm just trying to move the culture here in New York. If you not with that wave, please stay from around me. I'm sorry I'm reading like I'm in second grade, but I'm honestly trying to just figure out how
There's
these
only
sentences
so much you
work.
can do when someone's typing like
There is
second
literally
grade.
not one. But that's very corny to me, to have an issue with a person who you have no relationship with and to beef with me, the reality hoe, the same week your album dropped. Nikki retweeted this and said, suck my dick, you lying ass hoe.
Right.
I'm going to talk about it on Queen Radio Thursday. Queen Radio being her new Apple Music radio station.
Why though? Why talk about it on Queen Radio?
Because it's your new Apple Music radio station and you want to promote it.
But you have millions of fans worldwide. Why would anybody care about this nonsense with DJ Self?
So they can kill him.
Obviously.
Like, it doesn't matter. Nicki Minaj could say, I'm going to go on Queen Radio this week and talk about my favorite cheese crackers and why I hate periods so much and death. And they would all be like, yum, sign me up. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't, like, when you stand.
Like, you're Nicki Minaj. Why would you want to waste your time with somebody who's so far below your pay grade?
You are promoting an album, a radio show or station or whatever, however that's classified in Apple Music, all of the above. Furthermore, I personally believe that Nicki Minaj is just ready to just go off on everybody and anybody at this point. I do.
That's why I think something's wrong. Because
I don't
she
think that,
is ready to go off on everybody and anybody.
I think that she has purposely been waiting for her album to come out to be like, been waiting to cuss you out, been waiting to cuss you out, never liked you, bitch. Do you want some? Do you want some? Do you want some? Because it just makes more sense.
Okay.
You know, do I feel like there's some wrong things going on? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm still waiting for somebody to ask her about her brother in an interview, to be honest with you.
Lord.
And,
she probably ended.
You know what I'm saying? And her mama just did an interview about that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And
Lord. Okay.
Niggas are always coming at you, or so you think, and so it's just firing off rounds. But I do believe that, you know,
yeah,
there's something over there.
I mean, I
don't know if it's
everybody is standing in need of a good therapist. Everybody, but especially
each and every,
if you are massively rich and famous.
But that's because of the way that we think. I don't get it.
True.
Honestly, when I was watching all of this stuff, we haven't even gotten down to the hairline. Because this is still when, like, Keisha Cole jumped in it.
I wasn't ready for none of that.
You remember? Because, like, this is still when, like, all of the VH1 girls started to get into their feelings, except for the VH1 girls that are friends with Nicki Minaj. And so then Jessica Dime got threatened, which I thought that was whack. Because Jessica Dime, like, Mariah Lynn is over here saying that you can't out-rap her. Just saying all kinds of fallacious lies. Calling you a clown-ass bitch.
There,
calling
Mariah.
you all kinds of things.
Just stop right there,
Releasing
girl.
a Chun-Li remix that she then called Chun-Lin.
Okay.
Mariah Lynn is doing all of this. All Jessica Dime said was, what's crummy about the check I'm getting? Like, damn, bitch, everybody got to get paid somewhere.
Right.
You were just on Black Ink Crew. Like, damn, why this?
That's also true.
I didn't understand why she had to be a hoe and all of those things. And then these other two girls are jumping in there talking about they want to fight. Like, the whole reason that we know about y'all ain't also VH1.
Want to fight for what? Mona had to just be like, thank you, God. Thank you, God. Look at my shows. Look at them. Look at all my checks. Look at them dance puppets. Dance.
Plus, Cardi also started as a VH1 chick.
Yes, she did.
And, well,
maybe that's why she looks down on VH1 checks in that.
I mean, she's got some people that really she hates.
But she's not above reality TV. She just was on it, like you said. So.
But I'm like, Trina's getting a VH1 check. Trina consistently shows you love. Trina wrote some fucking letter about how great Queen is and you're a queen and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's what happens when you use a blanket statement to criticize one or two people, but then you end up hitting a bunch of niggas that you really do like or respect. Oh, but I mean, I don't even think I heard about the Self thing, but I don't give one fuck about DJ Self. So I was just
I
like,
just
oh, okay,
don't
girl.
care.
I saw Mariah Lynn talking about she could out rap her. That gave me a good cackle.
Sweetie.
Sis, I don't care how bad Nicki fucks up. Not on her worst day.
There isn't a day.
Not on her worst day. Nicki could be comatose, girl.
Nicki,
you tried it, bitch.
could have her mouth sewn shut.
Absolutely the fuck not.
And would still rap better than you. You can't out-rap girls on your show.
No.
What are you talking about?
I would rather hear Pills and Potions than anything Mariah Lynn has put out.
Let me tell you something.
She needs to not lie to herself.
Get Anaconda pumping. Because if I have to choose.
Then I'm listening to that bullshit.
And she's not like terrible. She got a little hoe jersey, a couple of little jersey hoe
I don't
bops.
like Mariah Lynn because she says nigga.
Oh, does she?
Every time I download that Once Upon a Time, I was a hoe. And
that's the only part I know.
Every time I download that song, and I'll be like, why did I delete this? It's a bop. I hear the nigga later on in it, and I'll be like, God damn it, that's why.
She says nigga on that song?
Yes. You have to get far enough into it to hear that part.
Oh, that's never happened to me.
See, niggas hear the chorus, and they cut it off. She says nigga in that song. Yes. And that's why I keep deleting it from my phone. That's why I fuck with her. But to act like you have anywhere near the rapping ability that Nicki Minaj has.
See, this is why she's mad.
That's a level of delusion I just can't fathom.
This is why Nicki Minaj is just firing off rounds. She's tired.
See, some of y'all are coming for Nicki's neck, and it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, that is a fool.
That is like a whole ass lie.
That would make me angry.
And then talking about what? I'm just riding for self because he believed in me when didn't nobody believe in me. I mean, we still don't believe in you. You act like you are somebody. You're not. We don't care.
What has DJ Self done for you that Mona
Other
Scott
than
hasn't?
Right. Other than embarrass you.
I feel like Mona Scott Young has done way more for you than DJ Self has.
What is your life looking like outside of the cameras? I don't ever see Mariah Lynn's name on anything. Ever.
Damn.
So, period. Period.
Like, I have actually bumped into freestyles from some of the other girls on Love and Hip Hop New York just scrolling around
we literally
Instagram.
Don't care about Mariah Lynn.
I've never seen
we literally don't
anything.
Period. So just if anybody needed to be threatened or to have their ass whooped, it was Mariah Lynn.
What an nincompoop.
That was pure disrespect. To compare yourself to Nicki Minaj was a spit in the weave.
Yeah, they're ready to jump on Jessica Dime for asking what's wrong for like.
And Jessica Dime is like, she really seemed like the bitch I would not want to try. Out of everybody. No, thank you, girl.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I'm going to leave her alone. And she had that baby, so she could fight again. So, no. No, I'm staying clear of that bitch. Y'all got it.
I actually would love for them to bump into each other.
Who? Nicki and Jessica said
not
they
Nicki
see each
and
other.
Jessica Dime. Nicki and them other two girls.
Oh.
Her VH1 alum that were mad that she was asking what's wrong with getting paid by VH1.
Oh, right. Okay. Well,
so the following day,
woo,
Nicki Minaj did an interview with Funk Flex, which I have like a serious allergy to. Like, I don't know, Funk Master Flex makes me break out in hives.
You know, I really think it's a New York nigga thing. Like, the love for him. It has to be.
Is it?
I think it just has to be the legacy. Because they actually love them damn air horns all over the track and all that shit. They love that shit.
Do they?
They do. Yes, they really do. So.
Okay. Well, they had a powwow in front of some Ciroc. Funk, Master Flex, and Nicki Minaj. And they're talking about, squashing their issues. Funk Master Flex had scathing opinions about Nicki Minaj on the radio once upon a time.
Yes, I think I remember that.
He told a story about how he was riding down the West Side Highway and Chun-Li changed his mind. And now they're besties.
Wow. Okay. Of all of the songs.
Of all of the songs. First of all, they're like, okay, let me look at the songs.
Looking ass niggas didn't change your mind?
Oh,
or maybe he had issues with her after.
Yeah, that was after that.
I was going to say.
So many of these songs are better than every single she put out. So many of these songs are better than every single. Cardi was the same thing. So many of these.
Yes, child. Because that came through dripping. I don't know how y'all listen to that.
I
hate that song.
Barbie Dreams is great. Well constructed. Hard White. Cardi's gotta hate that song, but it's great. Chun Sway.
Oh, with Sway Lee.
I like the song though.
Okay.
LLC, Good Form. Thank God The song named after my hometown is great.
Okay.
And I think that's it. I think those are the only ones that I really like. But almost any one of those could have been a single before. But that's plenty of artists, to be honest with you.
Yep.
But
Yep.
anyway, they're talking about, this and that and the third and the fourth and her being, awesome and pretty and, New York royalty, whatever. At some point, Safari comes up. Because I don't know why Funkmaster Flex is trying to take us through this whole origin story of Nicki Minaj.
God.
Like, we don't know.
Like, we don't know. Right.
But he's talking about, oh, you were in this group with these two guys in Safari. What was Safari's? What was his job? Or how involved was he in the... This woman literally pulled out her phone and started calling niggas that were in the group. That's not me. It's me.
Yes, it is. Because all my phones are on Do Not Disturb.
Whatever. So she calls one of the niggas from the group. He says that Safari was the hype man. They begin to talk about how Safari used to pull niggas' raps out the trash. That Safari took raps from other people and was using them on the radio even recently. They clowned him in every possible way that you could think of. They said they used to laugh at him because the nigga couldn't rap. Safari really can't. He can't really rap.
And that's all right. Just be shirtless.
You have a large penis.
Yep.
And
a face that gets better and better. So, work with that.
Yeah.
Women are willing to overlook a lot because of Safari's body. A lot. And now that the dick is confirmed huge, please. Girl.
Women are willing to overlook a lot for niggas that are a fraction.
Yep.
Anyway.
A cool 1/8 of what Safari has to offer.
16th. Okay, niggas are out here walking around looking like Dark Souls bosses and somehow are still able to I'm tired.
Dark Souls.
Look up Dark Souls boss Google images.
Oh my God.
Right. That's right. In fact.
Oh my God. Is that alive? Oh no, Jesus. That is dark-sided.
They talked from there about the relationship ending. Safari tried the fuck out of her. He stepped out of the situation, the relationship. She accused him of paying for prostitutes, which was like, for me, I was like, that's where the sex work came from.
Really?
Also stealing her credit cards. Boy. They had a very good cackle about it. She's over Safari, but she seemed mostly annoyed with the fact that he implied that he wrote for her, which Safari never said that he wrote her raps or was her ghostwriter. I do think early on though, where she was dating Meek and it was oh, that whole thing is over. When he was initially public with his pistivity.
Oh yeah.
I think that he sort of allowed the conversation to go off in that way.
I definitely thought he inferred it or let other people think it without correcting them.
Which nobody could believe. I never believed that Safari wrote a rap or a verse. I feel like we've talked about that on there. I do feel like Safari was probably in the studio. I feel like the extent of Safari's work was, that's a great beat. Here, meet this producer. His shit is fire. Oh, growl a little bit. Or, this would be funny if you said that. I don't think that he was ever here's a piece of paper with your 16 bars on it. You know, ever. And I don't know if you believed that, then I don't understand how. But she was just pissed off of the fact that this nigga allowed people to think that because she's very sensitive about her status as someone who writes her own raps, especially being a woman. Because even Funk Fleck's dumbass said something he believed it, essentially because other women have had men write for them. And she was like, so...
What?
You just believed that another nigga's writing for me because I'm a girl?
But niggas are writing for other niggas all the time.
What
do you mean? All the niggas y'all playing.
One of God's days.
Okay. All right. That's ignorant.
And I mean, Nicki Minaj can rap. You know what I'm saying? She has rap talent. So I would definitely be sensitive about that same thing too, because I wouldn't want bitches to be thinking that anybody's out here, writing for me either. But just like every other artist in every genre, yeah, there are people who come in and be like, here's a hook, what do you think? You know what I'm saying? And you either take the hook or you don't fucking take the hook.
Right.
And Nicki has probably taken hooks, taken a couple of lines, a couple of inflections and things like that. But when it comes to writing a full song or a verse, I don't believe that she's having any help with that. So I get her being pissed off about that. But did she let the horns ring? So it didn't stop there.
My God. Right. Had it just ended there, this would not have been a story.
It's probably to Twitter where he said, unless I really cared, still I could. No, he said, straight. Like, I hate when he does that. Like, you're so obviously not. Anyway, unless I really cared, still I could not let the mention of someone's name get me that riled up. Booyaka! That looks like someone who either still cares or just holding on. Like, let it go. You know what I'm saying? You're from Brooklyn.
We get
it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's...
Wow. All right.
That looks like someone who either still cares or just holding on to a lot of hate towards someone. Or both. How many times have I said I never wrote your raps? Nobody even talks about that anymore. You hold on to everything. Your problem with DJ Self is because me and him are so cool and nothing else. You have a problem with Mona Scott because she put me on the show. Let all that ish go. And now I stole your card, the one you gave me the pin for and had me doing shit with. Proud and outstanding about it. She even talks about how, like, when they moved to Atlanta, like, in the beginning of her career, like, Gucci, 5-star shit, like, all that shit.
Yeah, back when she was
then nigga, like,
going on Ustream.
Quit his job after a day because he just didn't want to work. And she, like, allowed it. And was, like, working to take care of the both of them.
Got it.
And all he had to do was break dance in the back of the video.
That's all I ask.
I just can't not understand this. I can't not understand her being mad or hating this nigga.
Right.
Or just being disgusted
Especially
by him.
after all this time. It just seems like, why would you even still... The feelings are so confusing to me. Like, enough to just be mad at anybody who is even remotely associated with Safari?
She really hasn't let it ring on Safari like that at all. Not like this. And I feel like if all of this is true, if all of this is true, what she's saying about this nigga, she was smart to be like, I have an album out now and I have a radio station out. Now I'm gonna cuss this nigga the fuck out.
Is that smart?
I mean, you have something to promote. Yeah.
But
if you're gonna go the fuck off about shit that don't got nothing to do with us, that really don't matter at all, and really makes everybody in the situation look crazy anyway, then you might as well do it when you have a product to sell.
But all right, you know what? You're not wrong. I just feel like
you are thinking about it as someone who would not do this.
Yes.
Okay? That is why I feel like you're having difficulty with this. As someone who's going to be in an interview where you're going to have to, or you're going to be asked about your ex nigga or whatever, and now you have the willingness and the capability to do all of this social media drama, and B, things to sell.
All right. I won't try to argue it. I feel like if I have an album to promote, then the music should be like,
oh no, fuck that,
a good 90% of the base of that for me. Like, I have so many stories to tell you about each song. I was in this mood.
Well, she did that on the first night of her Queen Radio thing.
Well, okay, but see, I won't say all because I haven't heard every Beats One show, but they do that for a lot of artists when their albums drop. They suddenly have like their own show, and they go on every episode. They bring like friends in the studio or other artists who are featured on their album, but they are almost always breaking down the songs for you, like one by one, explaining this and the production and the writing process. And this was about this. And here's some song. We're going to play some songs for you that influenced us while we were listening to this album. Like, that is what those artist shows on Beats One are about.
So that's not what she did.
So that's what you're saying happened on Queen Radio, right? But like, that's what they do for the entirety of the show, like every episode. But
this isn't. That's not what this is. This is Flex's show that she's on.
Okay, so but you talking about she's gonna be going on Queen Radio, right? To promote.
Oh yeah, she did say that she was gonna go on Queen Radio and it was gonna be steamy.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, but who?
I don't know, my nigga.
Why
Like,
can't we
look.
talk about the music on Queen Radio? Like, why does it have to be about this dumb shit?
Because people gravitate towards mess and foolishness.
All right.
It doesn't matter how true or not true it is. It doesn't matter. Like, we know that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And her fans are so fueled by, like, just
anything.
The ability to cuss anybody out or drag anybody in the name of their fave.
Right.
And she's got a list of people that are getting on her nerves or niggas that she don't like. So she's basically throwing the bait out there and just saying, yes, my piranha, eat him alive. I don't know. Although none of Nicki Minaj's actual friends threatened to beat up Mariah Lynn. And I feel like she violated the most here that I've seen. Like,
well, no, her actual friends have things to lose. So, like, no, I'm not going to threaten to beat up some no-name girl in Jersey because I don't care. I just wish that Nicki felt solid enough about herself and her music to where that could be the basis of her promotion or whatever it is she has to talk about on her show that is named after this album.
But see,
as opposed to dumb shit with Safari. Like, Safari? How many years ago was that?
As someone who has listened to her full album, I don't care to hear that.
You don't want to hear a breakdown of it?
Not really. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. You know, like,
okay.
I personally don't care to hear a breakdown of all 19 of these tracks or whatever. I think a lot of them can speak for themselves. I'm just like not that dedicated a Nicki Minaj fan that I want to hear all of that information anyway. I know the songs I like. I know the songs that I'm not, you know, a fan of or whatever. Again, I think it's an album that she should be proud of, but I really don't. I feel like I just understand that there is going to be more discussion around all of this. And she's, you know, going with this whole, they've been trying to rip me to shreds and tarnish my name for years. And now I'm defending myself or whatever. And it's like, you know, kudos for you, sis. Because at the end of the day, like, I'm sorry. None of this
matters.
No, you know, it just doesn't. So
no, it doesn't. But I just feel like when you are as big as Nicki Minaj is, which is what Safari brought up later on Twitter, like you are a huge name. You are A-list up there with the Beyoncés and the Rihannas and everybody else. This petty dumb shit, I just can't fathom somebody else on Nicki's level dedicating public time to going over and dissecting like stupid shit with niggas who are a good 300 levels below you. That's what I don't get. Like it's the dog in the moon metaphor, like the dog howling at the moon and the moon howling back type of thing. Like
nobody cares about that.
I'm just saying, like you're so much better, bigger, whatever, more famous than all of this. You don't have to bring attention to these little niggas ain't nobody caring about.
Nope.
Who cares about DJ Self, especially in the context of Nicki Minaj?
It's Mariah Lynn the boss.
There you go. Thank you so much for proving my point. Exactly that. Nicki Minaj has fans worldwide, girl. Who cares about DJ fucking Self?
Dream doll.
All right. Anyway, we didn't even get through all the tweets.
We know each other inside out. Everything there was for us. I didn't use your card for prostitutes. He has to use his own coins.
I used it at Whole Foods.
Thank you very much. And to get
I used it for flowers,
haircuts,
and soup,
as well as belts.
And that time you made me go buy Office Max.
We both.
You wanted pink paper in the printer. You made me go.
We both didn't trust each other. You did shit, I did shit. You said you were messing with Meek a few years before y'all got together, and I'm not mad at that. Towards the end, it got toxic, and I just packed up and left. Did things for spite, and so did you. I don't wish you bad, and I don't want us back together, just like I'm sure you don't. No, we all sure. I don't need you, you don't need me, but we will always be linked in the public no matter what, which is true.
Kind of.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, Safari will always be linked to Nicki, but you could talk about Nicki without ever bringing up You could talk about Nicki for the most part. For the overwhelming most part without ever bringing up Safari.
Remember the night you cut me and I almost died? The police and ambulance had to take me out the crib on a stretcher. And I had to lie and tell them I was trying to kill myself so it wouldn't take you to jail. When things like that start happening more than once, it's time to do it. Sounds like a Caribbean girl.
I mean, that was the part where I was like, okay, I remember hearing about stuff like this, but I've never heard Safari confirm it. So as far as I was concerned, it was always rumors up until then.
Nicki Minaj said, you stole my card and told me you thought it was an account with free money that I didn't know about.
What?
On God.
Okay.
God will strike you down and more for lying. Ha. Stop saying you packed and left. On Jesus, you came to my house crying, begging to go with me to Europe to the EMAs. I said no, dummy.
I'm sorry. This.
I'm trying to get to the hairline.
I mean, it's coming. It's coming.
Where is it?
Safari, I thought, demonstrated an incredible amount of patience during this Twitter exchange.
Because he doesn't have anything to lose here. You know what I'm saying? He's shouting up. You feel me?
Exactly. He can't lose when you are on a level 3 debating with a level 3000. You can't lose.
The thing is, right, nobody really is going to lose much of anything in this situation. Like, the chips are going to fall where they may regardless, especially in Nicki's case. And that's why I feel so comfortable saying whatever the fuck I want to about Nicki Minaj's music, because I'm giving my honest opinion. But her fan base is large enough that literally if every single one of her bobs bought her album and went to her fucking tour, I'm sure she'd be fine. You know what I'm saying?
That's a big if.
So...
because they're not doing that. But...
well, Safari, on the other hand, woke up this morning tweeting, talking about he got a men's hair plug deal and a book deal and some other shit.
Made $30,000 yesterday or something. I said, well, get rich then.
So he also said, and you know what? I still don't have no hate for you because I'm happy in my own mind now. Enjoy your album dropping and stop letting these people see you sweat. This ain't you. You're too big to act the way you be acting. No one on your level acts like that, period. Nicki Minaj said, Sharika and I had a bet that as soon as you knew Meek was about to come home, you'll crawl back, and you did. Came to my house crying. Joyce was there. My whole glam was there. Left who? You getting aired out on Queen Radio 2 on Thursday. Apologize and shut the fuck up. So what if DJ Envy and DJ Self support me? They support you too, says Safari. I've been places and they play your music all the time. Stop letting your hate for me reflect on how you treat others. You hate me, I love you and want you good, but I don't like you looking like you're losing it. This is what Nicki Minaj says. I should have never paid for that goddamn hairline.
Let me tell you something. It was spicy up until this point. At this point, I had to actually put the phone down.
It fell back out because God don't like ugly. You used me, but God had other plans. Tiger shit ain't fall back out.
What, Tiger?
Y'all went to the same doctor. Yours fell out because God don't like ugly. Meanwhile, Tyga posted on Twitter the link to the place that he got his hair done. Mm-hmm. And it says, this is the plug. Tell him Tyga sent you.
I saw before and after, too. Looks good.
Yeah. Good
Looks
stuff.
good.
Didn't fall out. So that's all that really matters.
Not because God don't like ugly. She talks like somebody's, 50-something-year-old mama who has been in the church all her life and has never strayed. That's just not...
She said the hairline costed her $10,000. Safari said that it's $12,000. So I don't know if maybe he just asked for 10 because he knew he had the other two. I don't know.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it was money well spent for both of them. I just don't...
How?
I know
it fell out.
Well... But for the moment that you had that hairline, wasn't it nice? Wasn't it fun?
No, we could see that it wasn't your real hairline.
Damn, we could see that.
From the front.
Huh. Why did Tigers look so... Oh, maybe they did go to different doctors.
Safari said that they didn't get... He said that they did not get their hairline done by the same doctor, like they went to the same place.
Maybe not, because Tigers look pretty good.
Day. Yeah.
So maybe they did go to different doctors.
Oh my God, it's not finished. How was I begging to go to Europe with you and you were in a full-blown relationship toward the end of ours?
Oh, God.
I knew it was a wrap. I still have the email when you hit me saying, let's spend Christmas together and work things out, so please stop. And she said, bitch, you hit... bitch, you hit me. I really love when women call men bitches.
I do too.
I don't know why. Bitch, you hit me and Meek asking us to get your dick pic back from someone. Now, I need the tea on it. Like, why would you hit...
Me and Meek? Me and Meek?
To get your dick pic back.
What?
What?
Safari said he'd been trying for years to keep his dick pic from going
Why
out.
isn't this on the album? You were playing with your dick in the shower by yourself with suds and shit. She's clearly laughing as she's tweeting this because this is like full blown. I'm cackling. Okay. I have the email where you said you couldn't pay your electric bill and why you lied on me, but go off, sis.
Oh no.
God, is that the end? Like,
was that the end of the tweets finally?
I don't see any more tweets.
Okay, they went back and forth for a while. My God.
This is all so stupid.
It is.
And so pointless. And just fucking dumb. Like, your albums are going to be good or it's not going to be good.
That's
and
it.
you not getting back with these niggas. They going to dislike you. You going to dislike them. And you just, get it off your chest. I
feel like, the preliminary streaming numbers would come in and she was ready to do whatever she had to do.
I believe if all of the things that she's saying about this nigga are true, after seeing this nigga rubbing coconut oil on himself and bitches on VH1
Thanks.
and having little slick comments about you and your confessionals or whatever, I know something about dating rap women, or like little things like that. If you really were fucking prostitutes and stealing my card and forgot the fuck that I was like basically taking care of your ass when we were sleeping on a mattress on the carpet and all this other stuff, I would probably let off a few rounds on you.
But not if I really did stab you. And you really did have to lie to the police so I wouldn't go to jail.
I forgot about that.
That's domestic assault.
No, I'm saying if I was Nikki. I forgot. Right. I don't know what you're talking about.
But see, that's what I'm saying. She didn't deny that she stabbed Safari or cut Safari. She didn't deny that in none of these tweets.
Oh, one good slash.
No, that's not.
Not serious.
So fucked up.
I am not serious.
That is so fucked up because
I'm so joking.
Because one good slash, like, I feel like had I done that to a nigga and the nigga had done all the things, like, let's say both of them are telling the truth in the places where their stories don't contradict. I feel like you niggas ought to be even or somewhere near it. Somewhere to the point where you're like, you've done me wrong. You've done me great bodily harm. Therefore, we are just going to leave each other alone. We won't be speaking to or about one another. Safari, you make your little money on VH1. Nikki, you make your big money everywhere else. And we just go on about our lives, Like, I'm not going to come for a nigga if I know that I could have been in prison had I been properly prosecuted for what I did to him. I'm just not going to do that. But I guess Nikki feels totally differently about that. And honestly, cutting somebody, that's like not funny. That's not even, that's not light. That's not like a minor thing. Like,
I would honestly just rather punch you. Like, I'd rather just beat you up with my hands. I don't like cutting.
Attempted murder? I have to draw the line. I have to draw the line right there.
Not only that, but just like, I'm saying, like, for me personally, knives just, I don't know, like slicing people and cutting, I couldn't cut you. It's like, I don't.
No, please.
It would have to be like, it's my life or yours.
Stabbing somebody.
And there's a knife here.
Yeah, that people really, I think,
I'd rather just punch you.
I watch a lot of ID Network, and you have to be really mad at somebody to stab them.
That is just like,
because you have to feel the knife going in.
That's
their
what
body.
I'm saying. Like, I can't.
Yeah, that's
too not. I would rather just punch you, and not in a relationship, because again, I'm not. I don't think that domestic violence in any form is okay. But I'm just saying, like, if it comes down to we're going for a physical altercation, me and someone else,
it has to be life and death.
I would rather just use my hands. I can draw blood from you with my two fists.
Sure.
So, what I'm saying? Feet,
yep.
Other appendages. I don't have to, like, cut you.
Nicholas.
So
we can't be
that's
out
just
here,
not my thing.
We can't be
personally.
out here stabbing niggas. We can't be doing that. So I'm not. And the fact that he brought it up and she wasn't like, nigga, don't lie. I never laid a hand on you.
She literally retweeted somebody who, how, like, the kids now, like, switch around caps lock and stuff like that and stuff when they're, like, using a quote to mock somebody.
Yeah.
Right. Somebody tweeted, like, remember that time that you stabbed me and I almost died? And she retweeted it.
Wow. See, that's not. You would have to be a stan to think that that's, like, cute. to be like mocking somebody because they were like, hey, remember that time you literally almost killed me?
Her stands will threaten to kill your baby.
That's not. That's true.
So they
them
don't
niggas
give a fuck
are wild.
about that shit.
They are. I have, like, all of them muted or blocked, but they are out of their minds.
This is the thing, like, I don't hate Nicki Minaj. Some of the things that she does, like, I find to be odd, or
like,
I'm not even talking
what
about
the fuck?
Like, even like the swishing with Sissy's thing. I didn't like, how she reacted to the pole shooting. A criticism that she got. Like, there's certain things that she does that irks me. That's the same thing with any celebrity. It's the same thing with many of y'all niggas just walking about in New York City right the fuck now. But none of y'all are going to actually do anything to me about my opinion. Like, because why get your ass beat over Nicki Minaj?
Right.
That's stupid.
Why go to jail?
Why? You know what I'm saying?
That's
and like,
dumb.
if you think that I'm someone who you can really raise my blood pressure by sending me a message on social media, you're wrong about that as well. So it's like, I'm going to say what I want to say regardless, but you're talking about two people who are actually in a relationship before you knew who either one of them niggas were. So their personal business, you know, for their sake, you would like to keep that shit personal and not be like laughing about it or whatever, but this is just how this shit goes. And I think that now in all of our 30s, in our quest to like, you know what I'm saying, understand ourselves and all of that stuff. It don't mean that you can't get these motherfucking jokes, but it also, I feel like it just puts me in a place where I be thinking like, what are you doing this for when you could be spending your money to do fun things? You could be spending your money to do fun things. Or even saying to a nigga like Funk flexing his shoulders, I don't want to talk about that.
Right. It could just so easily be, Safari was 5 years ago. I'm off that nigga. Wish him the best.
And you could even ice him in that conversation. Good luck to him and his
Good luck
oils.
with his coconut oil and his nipple rings.
And I hope he has the 10,000.
Everything he's doing on VH1. Good luck.
Get a new hairline since his old one is somewhere in downtown LA.
You know, I've heard they sell pills for that. Good luck to you, Afari.
I'm just not interested. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
it doesn't have to.
It never has to go as far as that went, or many of these other people. But
this Twitter,
here we are.
It's just right. All of this was so utterly unnecessary. That's all. That was the main word,
and like
that jumped out while reading this. Unnecessary.
If you listened to Queen,
draining and exhausting.
If you listened to Queen, did any of this change your opinion about the album? Like, if you listened to it prior to this week's drama, did any of it change your opinion on Nicki Minaj as a musician or a creative? Like, her music, the album, like, do you like it less or more now?
I feel like people aren't really, no. I feel like it wouldn't have made an effect. But again, I didn't listen to it because I was trying to be nice this week. I'll listen to it.
You can tell.
Well, that's not my fault. Had Nicki stayed logged the fuck off, I wouldn't have had nothing to say about her ass this week. Shit. God damn it, I tried. I be out here really putting forth effort to be honestly feel like person.
That Zane Lowe interview to me was weirder.
Well, yeah, that was weird.
Like, this to me just it's not surprising.
I don't get it. Why?
It doesn't like turn me off. It seems completely Nicki Minaj for her to be like, fuck that bitch and that nigga too, and you got a small dick, and on top of that, you a hoe, and you stole my credit cards, and fuck all y'all bitches. And Queen Radio, like, it doesn't gag me at all.
Okay. Well, so I still believe that something's going on over there with Nicholas. So I'm wishing her peace of mind.
I believe her to be high on what? Her business.
Right. So, I mean, even if it's, wishing her a safe journey as she gets off them pills, whatever it is. I don't know what's causing Nicki to act like this, but I really do hope she finds happiness and peace, because I don't think she has it. I think Safari was right about the fact that it don't make no sense for you to be, nobody on your level acts like this. People don't. Did you see that video of Rihanna that came out and that she was talking to somebody about clapping back, and she was like, you know how she used to do it all the time, and now she was like, it's like, how do you even have time to see that?
I did not see that.
Yeah, I feel like that video just came out maybe today or yesterday. But yeah, it's like, you're on that huge ass level. Why devote time to this? I feel like that it is exposing the fact that something really is wrong. Like, you really are not doing well in one way or another.
I mean, my nigga, like, I don't know.
I don't know either, but I hope she figures it out, because this going back and forth, attacking random people on the internet for their opinions and commenting on the Shade Room and getting Safari and DJ Self involved, it's like, girl, really? You don't need this. You're a Nicki fucking Minaj. These niggas are dust.
When I see huge celebrities like this who are in drama that doesn't need to happen, I be thinking about, obviously, Beyonce and how she
I just want to give thanks
to, like, deal with people
saying
that she didn't give birth to her own baby.
My fave just doesn't.
And then make fun of her baby's hair. And, like personal shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, saying Beyonce can't sing, or, oh, Beyonce fell off the stage, or something like that. Like, that's dumb. Like, talking about somebody's baby, or then saying that she did not give birth to your baby after you've had miscarriage. Like, all of that kind of stuff. Never once got onto anybody's Instagram, anybody's nothing, and said, fuck all y'all hoes, suck my scrotum from the back. Just put that shit on albums years later.
And
Okay, she's stuck in the music.
I don't have no problem with that. And I don't even have a problem with like occasionally clapping back or coming at people if they really come for you.
But
like if they really cross the line. But even then, when you a certain level of celebrity, it's just like, for what?
That's what I'm saying. Like I honestly, it's not about like, oh, Beyonce is better than everybody. I mean, but you know what I'm saying is
Some
like
things go unsaid.
It really impresses me to have. Like, Beyonce could barely do anything without somebody trying to make something bad about it, or, you know, the police are like, bitch, we ain't coming to your fucking show. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, ridiculous stuff like that. How do you stay impervious to that and, like, seldom respond? And if you do, it's usually, like, in the best way. You know what I'm saying? And I can only think, well, besides, you know, therapy and having a sickening mama and a sister who will literally beat people up for you, you know, and God, I'm assuming it's wealth. I don't know. Because honestly, my nigga, if I had Nicki Minaj's money.
Please. Internet whom?
I've been like, Funk Flex, listen, I'm literally going jet skiing in the south of France right after this.
Care,
like, I don't.
Why be bothered with any of these regular ass niggas and their opinions? Who the fuck cares? See you guys later. Enjoy Queen. Like, it could really be that simple, but it's just not. And that's why I hope that she feels better soon, honestly, because I really think something's going on over there. And she has a bunch of yes people around her, so there's nobody maybe who feels comfortable saying, hey, girl, like, let's take a break. Let's drink some water. Let's just switch to weed for a couple weeks and let's talk about our feelings. Dead ass. And just see where we go from there. Well, we've been in here for 9 million years. Is there anything else about Sir Nicholas before we move on?
Big Frida's off probation.
Yay! For the food stamp thing?
That's it for today's topics.
Hallelujah. We are going to take a break.
Hey guys, this week's episode is being brought to you by ZipRecruiter. You only need to go to one place to find new hires for your business. ZipRecruiter.com/theread. With their powerful matching technology, ZipRecruiter sends your job to over 100 of the web's leading job boards and scans thousands of resumes to find people with the right experience to apply. As applications come in, ZipRecruiter analyzes each one and spotlights the top candidates so you never miss a great match. They are so effective that 80% of employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within just 1 day. So if you are looking for help in whatever business it is, and I'm sure if you really are about your business and you need the help, you're trying to get all of that out of the way as quickly as possible so you can move on to bigger and better things. So if you need to do it fast and quick, this is a great way to do it.
Yes, a lot of y'all have your own businesses, and once you start growing, you start needing more help. It's just a fact of life, and it is no wonder that ZipRecruiter is the highest rated hiring site in America right now. You can try ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/theread. That's ZipRecruiter.com/theread. ZipRecruiter.com/theread. ZipRecruiter is the smartest way to hire, so get on it, and let's move on.
We're back. It's time for letters.
It is. Send your questions to asktheread@gmail.com. We may just read them aloud on the show. Nothing on the couch this week. I decided to give y'all's wigs a break because quite a few of you were letting me know that you were emotionally wiped out after dealing with the couch. So,
oh my gosh, life is really hard.
I mean, facts. We're all going through it. But I did get a letter from a doctor, and I'm going to skip out.
Punch doctor.
I'm going to skip most of it because she is telling a lot of her own business, but she put something in here that I think a lot of you would like. It says, high-functioning depression is real. You can still get out of bed every day and go through all the motions and be very depressed. It wasn't until I started a low-dose antidepressant that I even started to feel normal again. You may not realize how depressed you are until you start treatment. But back to the point, it is important to allow yourself to admit that you might be depressed because it just might make all the difference between living your life and living your best life. Love, Dr. N. And I just thought that was such a great point. There was a huge difference between just living life and then living your best life and feeling able to move through life and do the things that you really love to do and want to pursue them and all that sort of thing. So yes, the couch will be back next week. But for now, let's get into the inbox because as always, there is plenty of trash in here. So let's see.
More?
Actually, we're not going to start with trash. We're going to start with a letter from Shanice, who said, I was listening to an old episode of The Read where a listener asked, where do you want to be in 5 years? This episode aired in 2013, and you both said, be in a better apartment and making more money. Real. That sounds like us.
Yeah.
But Kid Fury also said he would like to be doing some TV projects. This is so inspiring to re-listen to, knowing that most of what you said has happened.
Here you go.
Congrats again to both. I love how people are giving you love and compliments, and you're just like, must I accept this? Must you be kind?
What
Anyway,
else?
so
How else
she
does it finish?
Says, it lets me know the hard work and consistency can really lead you where you want to be. It encourages me to keep my own dreams alive. If it's okay to ask the question again, where do you see yourselves in the next 5 years? Also, Shanice came to the 5-year show at the Apollo. Thanks, girl. Glad you made it out. But yeah, so apparently we speak things into existence on this show all the time, and our 5-year plans turned out pretty well. I'm definitely in a better apartment that I thank God for every single day, especially when I think about where I was living 5 years ago. I just giving God all the honor and the glory. But
literally had Dominican toddlers calling me a gay man
when
to
I
my
tell
face when I just wanted to go to bed.
Everything is better now. Every single thing is better now. I just want to thank you, Lord. I used to live in a room that is the size of one of my bathrooms now. I really did. And as far as I was concerned, I was making that bitch work.
It was a bedroom, closet,
I was
office,
like very close to being comfortable.
Kitchen,
yes,
living room.
Well, I actually didn't have access to the kitchen.
I didn't have access to the kitchen either. My room was a kitchen. I had all of it. My TV literally rested on. It
Yes,
didn't have a mount.
It
had a mini fridge.
I had a hot plate. Oh God. Anyway, so yeah, in 5 years, I would like to have an established writing career. I would like to, if I may have capitalist goals, be wealthy and hiding out from the majority of the world with my money. Just being real about that. I feel like if we could all afford to go somewhere remote that Donald Trump and his motherfuckers couldn't like ever reach us, we would do it. So, but yeah, I would like to be doing more of the things that I see myself doing long term. And, you know, I don't think I have a lot of goals that are more specific than being happy and doing the work I feel like I was placed on earth to do.
I feel you.
Yeah. What about you? Other than, you know, your whole show,
right? So
full of
the
Emmys
question
from
said
this new show.
The question actually said,
Your
where do we
Tony,
see ourselves
your Oscar
in 5 years?
Just saying, yes.
5 years from now, I can see myself living in a post-apocalyptic world brought on by America's current administration. I figure the Nectarine will probably be dead by then because, I mean, he's really not in control of any of this anyway. There are bigger and greater forces at hand.
Well,
many of them probably living in the shadows. And I feel like at that point, we would probably, me and a few other survivors would just be fighting to make it across, you know, the world on our feet.
Yeah. And
journey to Oprah's house to A, seek sanctuary, and B, make sure she's still alive, which she will be, clearly.
Oprah's house will have a force field around it and the whole property.
A Wakanda-like force field.
Right, exactly like Wakanda.
As well as the enchanted creatures that take up root in the forest surrounding her homes. Yep. So I feel like that's the safe place. So it'd be me and probably some other niggas, a ragtag team of, you know, of Negroes who will band together and journey our way over to Oprah's house.
You're a mess.
That's it for me.
You know good and damn well that is not where you're going to be. I'll tell you
where do we see ourselves?
Kid Fury will be in a gorgeous luxury home. Something with floor-to-ceiling windows. This nigga is going to have the nicest of everything.
Yeah.
He and Link will communicate via FaceTime. Link won't be bothered with coming into the main house.
Yeah, no.
You can have that, nigga. She has her own space.
Yeah, Link will absolutely walk around the entire property and be like, so where's my
This nigga's
house?
gonna be out here with screenplays and all other type of shit. Do not let him lie to y'all about no damn Hunger Games shit. He is lying to y'all.
Don't see my tennis court.
That's your dog.
What a spoiled dog.
That is your dog. And you know what? All right. So that was lovely. Thank you, Shanice. Let's get into the trash with Starfly. Starfly says, To make a long story short, I let my baby father's female friend move in with us because she was on the verge of being homeless and has a son.
I need you to run that back one more time for me. You did what?
I allowed my baby father's female friend to move in with us because she was on the verge of being homeless and has a son.
Okay. All right.
If you were ever gonna let somebody move in, that would have to be the reason.
Yeah, I got it.
The homelessness and the son.
Yeah.
So, we are all in our early 20s, so I know how hard it is to survive while making pennies. My boyfriend told me that a month ago she asked if we have threesomes, and he told her no.
Oh my God.
I let that slide, but now she's asking him if I was trying to have sex with her and if I'm a lesbian. My boyfriend told me that this girl isn't bi or anything like that, so I don't know why her broke ass thinks I want her. Why would someone feel comfortable asking another person's baby father / boyfriend that? She should have asked me so I could have told her I don't want a girl that leaves shit in the toilet and period blood on the seat.
Oh, okay, wait.
I'm disgusted.
I am gonna leave.
My boyfriend begged me not to say anything because I am a loose cannon, but I don't give a fuck. You don't get to walk out. He don't want a confrontation, but I feel like I can't leave it alone. Did she really think it wasn't gonna get back to me? Should I listen to my boyfriend and leave this alone, or should I address it? I'm annoyed at the fact she asked him and assumes because I let her stay, I'm trying to fuck her. Love, Starfly. P.S. She keeps drinking all the damn juice. If things weren't bad enough, you have to go back up to Fine Fare every other day to replenish your baby's juicy juice because this bitch is in there popping the top. All right, Starfly.
One thing that, you know what, Starfly, you just reminded me, a blessing in having your own place and own things.
Yeah.
The juice is done when you finish the juice.
You know how long some strawberry lemonade can stay in my icebox when nobody else lives there?
There is nothing like your mouth just being all set for a crisp juice. And if you're really lucky, it's drink. It's not even like a juice. No. It is like...
You need something that will provide...
fruit drink.
No nourishment at all.
Red.
Something that will not at all replenish your thirst.
And you go to your fridge and crack it open and it's either gone or you've had the audacity, bitch, to leave just a tiny swallow.
That's why your mama wouldn't buy no more Kool-Aid.
That is literally. So, the fact that you stuck that in there as a PS, what a funny letter.
I know you meant that too. I know you're so mad that this bitch drinks all the juice.
How completely ballsy.
We've got to talk to her about her bathroom habits, first of all. She can't stay if she's being unsanitary. That's disgusting.
I was already laughing through the fact that
that disgusting.
Starfly said, I don't know what would make her broke ass.
She didn't have to say that, but she's annoyed, okay?
So I didn't even get to like deal with my giggles before you assaulted me with shit in period.
Oh, yeah, it's true. Sorry.
So she sounds like a nuisance.
Yeah, so should she address... So the boyfriend is like, listen, you know, Starfly here, she's a loose cannon. She flies off the handle easily. So he would like her to just let it rock and not confront this girl, but she is really feeling the desire to say something to this bitch face to face. Should she do it? Yes or no?
This is her baby's father?
Her baby father's friend.
No.
The baby father is saying, please don't drag that.
Yeah, but the Starfly, this is her baby's father that she lives with.
Yes.
And this is, okay, so I would say to my child's father, look.
/ boyfriend.
Right,
He's
whatever.
Both. Yes.
I mean, in the hierarchy here, it's baby father.
Right.
That's how I look at it.
I mean, I do too.
Okay, so
that's permanent.
Right. That's what he is forever.
Right.
So I would tell your nigga, like, look, I don't know if you're understanding what I'm going through. And I respect your friendship and what she's going through. Clearly I do, because I was all right with her coming and staying here under the circumstances. Now we're getting to a place where I might go upside her head in front of her baby.
Right.
She's drinking my
juice.
juice.
Don't want to have to do that.
She's leaving her secretions around the home. You know what I'm saying?
That would be what pushed me over the edge instantly and immediately.
What the fuck make you think? Even if I was interested into some fish, If I did want a little tilapia on my tongue.
Gross.
After seeing your period blood and your dookie in my house.
Okay. All right.
You know,
I'm mad at myself.
There goes my libido.
This is my fault.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
This is my fault.
You need to tell him to communicate with her, and if he wants to like eliminate drama, he should not even mention you, but he needs to have a conversation with her about when she's gonna get the fuck out and how. Period. Because that just needs to be, you know.
Period. She's been there long enough that she has had a period.
Right.
She's been there at least a month, I would assume, since she's had her period there. Yeah, I think your boyfriend should be the one to address this girl, since you said she is his friend.
It's not even just the the threesome thing, or like that's a lot. First of all, you staying in the house, you and your kid are staying in the house with me and my man and our kid.
Right.
So that's just, you know, a lot.
So a lot of people
at once. Yep. So we already uncomfortable and inconvenienced, but we're looking out for you. This is the thing. If they haven't already established a timeline of when and how she's getting the fuck out, I don't know what's going on. I would not personally ever feel comfortable having to stay at someone else's house without being like, this is how and when I don't even want you to have to think, when is this nigga? I would have to literally be like completely out of my ass. I have like no options. I don't know what the fuck I'm about to do with my life. And I think that I would communicate that with you, Daniel, before I come stay at your couch.
I was not going to bring Issa up. I swear I wasn't.
How the fuck you on this nigga's couch and you know good and goddamn well y'all fucked and had feelings for motherfucking one another and you didn't already communicate with this nigga. So hey, by the way, still thinking about that dick, and I know you're thinking about this puss. However, I'm homeless. I'm a mess. Yes. I ain't got my shit together right now, and I don't want to put any more of that shit on top of you. So let me allow you to know that I do have feelings for you, but I do not feel emotionally available, and I don't want to drag you through my shit. So can we not have the bitches in my face? That's all I'm saying. From the giddy up. Not, oh, so that guitar, that's not... I be wanting to be on Issa's shoulder so bad to be like, just tell that nigga, you tired of seeing these bitches. Anyway, back to you.
Yes, back to you.
I would never feel comfortable, you know, myself, if I were in that situation, allowing for someone who's doing me a huge favor to just wonder what's next. You know, there has to be, even if I don't have a plan going into it, I'm going to try to do everything I can every day so that you see it's on my mind to evacuate your fucking premises. And that's just if I was like in a little closet somewhere and you never had to see me.
Okay.
Your extremities in the bathroom and asking the fuck.
That is disgusting.
And
no.
And the juice. No.
Well, the juice, I just can tell that really just pisses her off.
Can you
but
imagine
in the context of everything else, it's petty. It's small.
Imagine if your baby come home and wants some juice after school and you see the other bitch baby drinking the damn last of the juice. Oh my God,
no, don't do that.
Because then you really fucked, because you can't tell this nearly homeless baby that he can't have no fucking juice. Right. But your baby want juice. Right. Then what you supposed to do? Because you're not even friends with this bitch.
Right. See? He's putting you in a... Well, she is being incredibly inappropriate, considering that you niggas are saving her ass from the shelter right now. So...
And ballsy.
Right. Incredibly ballsy. And it just doesn't... Your boyfriend needs to handle it with this girl.
He's the only one who can.
And it may be a situation, like, I know you wouldn't move in with nobody without being like, I will be out in 10 days.
It's not always that easy. Like, I get it.
Right. Like Issa, she do not have the money to move out. If she could afford her old spot, that's where she would be.
Does she have to stay at that nigga's house? No, this isn't Starfly's story.
Right. We don't know. Maybe this girl, she don't have nobody else who could take her in. Nathan. It's very possible.
Get some Nathans.
And nobody wants to see a woman and her baby on the street. But she has...
Maybe Donald Trump.
However, well... You right. I'm saying nobody with a soul or a heart.
Right.
These evangelicals and Trump supporters and that is something else. But all I'm saying is, like, there are basics that we all agree to in a shared home.
Yes.
And, like, keeping the toilets flushed and keeping our blood away from other people's view.
Wow.
these are basics.
Like the least that you could do.
You're not asking for a lot.
Clean up after yourself. Be considerate. That's all.
This is what you should be doing when you move in with somebody. Like, you should be
even if y'all going half on the rent. Like, if it's your roommate. You should be considerate.
Yes. Yes. Even if it's just a regular 50-50 roommate situation. You still have to be considerate, at least in shared or common areas of other people. Now, if you have your own room, your own bathroom, you can let whatever fungus you want grow in that bitch. That's your business.
Until the roaches come. Because then it's everybody's problem.
Right, because then it's everybody's.
And they fly here.
That's okay. Well, we don't have to get into New York City terrors. But
and fast.
Yes. Let's not even get started on mice and rats. But anyway, you're not even remotely wrong for wanting to sit down and talk to this girl. I know your boyfriend doesn't want a confrontation, but you deserve to have the basics of like cleanliness and peace in your home. And this bitch, it sounds to me like she's just making her move to fucking him. Like, because why are you asking all these questions about sex? I'm not asking you niggas nothing about sex if you are being nice enough to have me in your home, especially your man. Because why would I, as a woman, go into this girl's boyfriend about all this sexual stuff?
That's what I'm saying.
It looks wrong.
She's clearly so, like, oblivious to how she's coming off, which makes it even worse. You know what I'm saying? Like, you cannot be staying in somebody else's house, especially somebody who is in a relationship with a child in the house too, and just be doing whatever the fuck you want and saying whatever the fuck you want. Life don't work like that. Truthfully, your boyfriend should be equally disgusted and uncomfortable and should want to say something. But in situations like this, especially if you're talking about a significant other who, you know, they have another person in their life who is driving you crazy, but you don't want to say nothing, or they don't want you to say nothing, then they have to be the person who's going to, it can't be like, oh no, you know, I don't want you to say nothing or whatever, and then we just go to sleep, and then tomorrow's the next day. Like, no.
I'm not going to be irritated in my own fucking house every day.
Especially if you know I'm the type to pop off.
Right. So either you can
say
something to her. So you know
that this is a ticking time bomb.
Right. Because if you don't talk to her, I'm going to talk to her. And you don't want me to talk to her. I have had to tell niggas that before. You do not want it to come from me.
Like, so just do it.
So just do it. Because if you don't, like if I see period blood on my toilet seat again, I'm going off. And I'm bringing up all this other shit too.
And I dare you to find someone who's going to say I'm wrong.
I'm bringing up all this other shit too.
All of the other. The juice, everything. The juice included.
The juice is going to be first. Good luck, girl, because that would frustrate me to no end. Like, I'm not going to put you... I don't have the heart to put a woman and her child out on the street.
It's not about that.
But you're going to straighten up and act right in my fucking house.
That is what it is about.
Period. Okay, anyway.
It's the city girls.
It is the city girls' fault. All right, next question comes from... next question comes from LaShawn. LaShawn says, I've been with my boyfriend for 6 years. He is Dominican, born in the DR, where Spanish was his first language, and then he learned English growing up.
Okay, LaShawn could be a woman or a gay man.
LaShawn's a woman.
Okay.
She says, the issue here is that his mother doesn't speak any English, and although some people think I look Hispanic, I do not speak Spanish. I know a good amount from taking Spanish classes in high school and college, but not enough to be fluent. For the first few years of our relationship, my boyfriend's family tried to get him to teach me Spanish, but that ship has sailed. His mom frequently sends me texts in Spanish, like entire novels. And whenever she can't get a hold of my boyfriend, she will call or text me looking for him in Spanish, like I know his constant whereabouts. I see myself marrying him, but I feel like the language barrier with his mother will be a struggle, especially if we decide to have kids. My boyfriend is very sensitive with any discussions about his mom, and it's impossible to have any conversation with her or to explain that she doesn't have to send me endless chain letters in Spanish. Any suggestions or advice on how to deal or cope with this scenario? Should my boyfriend be more involved with me and his mother talking? Am I just overthinking this whole thing? Given how important she is in his life, I would like to make sure I'm genuine, but not insensitive or seem like a bitch. Ayúdame? Is that Spanish for help me? Ayúdame. Ayúdame.
I don't know.
Everybody who speaks Spanish will drag me.
I thought that dame meant like give, maybe? Dame. I think
AYUADAME.
Just look up what it means.
Well, that's what she put. She put help me in parentheses. But I don't know if I'm saying it correctly.
Look.
Ayúdame? Okay, I don't know. Anyway, that is Rachel's letter. Thank you, Spanish speakers, for correcting me. I know y'all are finna.
You definitely called her LaShawn.
I mean, LaShawn.
So there's that.
Okay. Woo!
Well, the reason...
God damn it.
The reason that I, found this so humorous is because, like, I really don't see the problem. Like, you can't have conversations with your boyfriend, mama. Like, that sounds like a blessing to me.
Ideal.
Like, I don't have to talk to your mom. Cool. Like,
but if his mama is constantly texting you in a language you don't really understand, then...
So wait, I can't remember. He doesn't speak English?
He does.
I mean, he doesn't speak Spanish?
Yeah, of course. He grew up speaking Spanish.
Right, so he can't just
But his mama texts her directly, like texts her phone or will call her or text her looking for her.
But the mama knows that she
can't.
But his mama knows that she doesn't speak Spanish.
Right. So how do you get her to like either not do it or like what do you do in this situation? Are you just?
I would go to my boyfriend and be like, "So look,
I don't want to disrespect
your
mama
what this
and never
is.
reply to her text."
I mean, I don't either. But I would say to her, like, hey, I would say to my boyfriend, like, hey, so, just so you know, your mom texts me this and some other things. I think she and you both know that I don't know what any of this is. And I have nothing but love for your mama, but I cannot respond to her if I don't understand this. So how do you think the best... what do you think is the best course of action here? It's not that I have an issue with it. It doesn't sound like she has an issue with texting his mom. It sounds like the issue is that she don't know what the fuck the mom is talking about, which I get. I think it's actually admirable that you really, want to have some sort of relationship with this guy's mom. Because honestly, the little as I have to talk to your mama, the better. No shade. Like, I just don't want to, like...
You said it.
I'm very, I'm a mess and I don't want your mama to know. So if I can stay as far away from her as possible.
If I'm just the boyfriend over here smiling, hey,
oh my gosh,
all right, adios.
Yeah, this is really good, cobbler. I love it.
Yes, Trey Bueno.
Thank you so much. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what you're supposed to do if you do end up in a more serious relationship. I don't know, Rosetta Stone or Duolingo. Or
I'm thinking at some
classes.
point you need to learn Spanish. Honestly, that was my first thought reading this is like, maybe you should learn. I know you said you took classes in high school and college, but like, I'm thinking even conversational girl, because the thing is when y'all have kids, your kids are going to learn Spanish.
Yeah, they're
real fast.
Definitely going to
They're going to learn it real fast.
Yeah. Once they're at Abuela's house, it's a wrap.
Because, right, especially if Abuela is watching them all day, every day, they watching that Spanish channel and they hearing it. In that house.
You ain't gonna know what anybody's talking about at that point.
I know, because when I moved here, I lived in a Spanish-speaking household. And I had to figure some shit out real fast.
Right.
So I just feel like maybe you can put forth, I don't know if it's like you just are like, fuck Spanish, I can't. Or if you just don't feel like it. But
I feel like trying to learn a new language is fun. I just never have the time to like sit down and really dedicate, my energy and time to learning it. Like, in a way that I can become fluent.
I mean, yeah, you're thinking about marriage with this man. This is like, that's the only reason I suggest actually trying to learn Spanish.
There's a compromise in here somewhere. I can't put my finger on it right now.
And of course, he's sensitive about anything to do with his mama, like most men
like
are.
most people, yes. But
like, you can't say nothing about his mama, which, I mean, this is
I don't think that there's anything negative to say.
Not right, but you don't, I guess she doesn't want to be perceived as like attacking his mama by being like,
but how could you be attacking his mom?
Because some people are very sensitive about their mamas, and it's like, don't bring up nothing my mama said or did.
But your mama is texting me. Like, what are you?
So
I don't think that there's I don't see how there is anything like negative or too sensitive in saying like your mom is texting me and I have no problem like chit-chatting with your mom or responding to her texts or whatever. I actually think it's dope that your mom wants to talk to me, but I don't know how to respond. Like, right. I don't know what this says. And if we're going to engage with one another, like, I don't really know what to do. Do you want to translate her texts for me and I can respond? Do you think I should just be using one of these apps, or should I go to like a legit night school? Like, what, you know what I'm saying? I don't think... You're not saying like
mama don't even care if you respond or not, and she just wanted to text.
Hey, and that's something he can ask. You know what I'm saying? But there's not much I think you can do here without communicating to your boyfriend about it. And I really don't think that it requires anything. If he gets mad at this, then I would consider not being in a relationship with them. Because unless you just don't know how to speak to people, you know what I'm saying? In the sense that you're going to walk into the room and be like, so I don't know what's wrong with your crazy ass mama or why the fuck she feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like, it seems like you would have to go out of your way to be disrespectful in this situation.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't sound like she's annoyed by it to me. It just sounds like she's more like, I don't know what to do because I don't know how to respond. I get it.
Okay. Well, there are so many great letters this week, but this show is already insanely long, so I will just save them for the next.
Why not?
Let's wrap up the questions there. Again, send yours to
It's all Nicki Minaj's fault.
Oh my God, we seriously spent like 45 minutes on that. But anyway, asktheread@gmail.com, and we will be back. Hey y'all, this week's episode of The Read is brought to you by Third Love. Using thousands of real people's measurements, Third Love designs their bras with breast size and shape in mind so that they fit impeccably and feel even better. And now, since adding 24 new sizes, Third Love offers the most options of any brand with a total of 70. With their Third Love Fit Finder quiz, you can find your fit in 60 seconds online and then try it on at home. No more awkward fitting room experiences. Ooh, I think we have all been there with some random lady who has her fingers all over your titties. This is hands down the most comfortable bra you will ever own. From premium ultra soft smoothing fabrics to expert designs like straps that don't slip, it's really the details that make the difference. And because Third Love guarantees a perfect fit, returns and exchanges are free and easy. I will never get over my Third Love t-shirt bra. It just feels so good. It's the type of bra you put on and forget is there. And for me, somebody with very round, heavy titties, that is saying a lot. So, Third Love knows there's a perfect bra for everyone. So right now they are offering y'all 15% off your first order. Just go to thirdlove.com/theread now to find your perfect fitting bra and get 15% off your first purchase. That's thirdlove.com/theread for 15% off today. Let them know Crystal sent you, and let's move on.
This week's episode is also being brought to you by Squarespace, where you can turn your dream into an online reality, fun place, and a sandbox of web dreams. That's right. Yes. Squarespace is where they make it easier than ever to launch a passion project of yours, a fun new business, whether you're getting ready to showcase some work, art, anything of yours. If you want to publish content for people to read, you reading others, you want to sell products and more, Squarespace is an incredibly easy tool for you to use. They've got amazing templates that some really bomb designers from all over the world have created. And you've got the ability to customize pretty much anything you're looking at with just a few clicks, and you can make a website that is beautiful, that is optimized for mobile use right out of the box. There's nothing you have to patch. There's nothing you have to upgrade. They've got an e-commerce functionality that lets you sell anything online and analytics that help you grow your site in real time. For those of you, I know there's a lot of y'all who are out there selling fun stuff. And you can even buy domains very simply. You get help from Squarespace's 24/7 award-winning customer support. I mean, everything you need for starting your website couldn't be easier. We're telling you because we've done it ourselves.
Yes, it really is so easy.
How easy it is. It empowers millions of people, from designers to lawyers, artists, gamers, weirdos, and freaks. You can go to squarespace.com right now and get a free trial. When you're ready to launch, use the offer code READ, that's RED, to save 10% off of your first purchase of a website or domain. That's squarespace.com. Offer code READ for 10% off. Now let's get back to the show. Okay, so it's time for the read.
It is.
And I'm just going to get two things off of my chest really quickly.
Oh, me too.
So first of all, this might qualify as a pass the read.
All right.
Because I'm going to read someone else's read before I give my opinion. So a white woman by the name of Sam Smith was caught on Adam Lambert's Snapchat, which I didn't even know that people still used Snapchat.
I knew it.
But he was on Adam Lambert's Snapchat. It seems like they're on a boat or something somewhere, and they're playing a Michael Jackson song. I believe it was Human Nature. And Adam pans over to Sam Smith sitting there, who is then heard to say, "I don't like Michael Jackson, but this is a good song." To which his friend, people who you can't even see in the video, are like, "Wow." And then it immediately cuts off. But I love that it was right after the other people on the boat were like, no. Like, even Adam's, oh shit, all right. I don't even know how it still got out. Like, I wouldn't have posted that.
Oh my God. Yeah, how did that make it? You know what? Never mind. Sorry.
So, Grammy Award-winning singer-songwriter and actress Stephanie Mills.
She did it. She did it.
She wrote the following message to Sam Smith, who she added on Instagram, and it says, "Don't come for Michael Jackson." Michael Jackson in every cap. All capitals. Don't come for Michael Jackson when you wish you have sold as many records and you wish you were the king of pop like he was. I'm so tired of you people studying our music. You people studying our artists and claiming that you don't like our music. Go sit your one-hit wonder ass down and learn how to finish a tour.
Ooh, wow.
When you can sell as many records as the king of pop, Michael Jackson, then maybe you can say something. So I say to you, Mr. Smith, have several seats and come for me if you want to. Signed, Stephanie. I got them hands, Mills.
Try me if you want to. And he's
Please.
Not playing.
Come for the girls. Like, I dare you.
Oh, girl.
So, Sam Smith, you're a disgrace. How dare you? How absolutely dare you
My God.
open your impudent, audacious, warbly ass mouth to ever, how can you, a musician,
My God.
say that you don't? I need him to elaborate.
Somebody
What
who made a career
fuck?
off of R&B and soul music.
And we're allowed.
Just don't know who you think
You were given
are.
a BET
Just don't know
award
who you think you are.
for best. Like,
Oh my God.
how could you?
How dare you
What?
disrespect your ancestors like
Someone who literally
this? Oh, I just don't understand.
came out here and just put stone by
Oh my
stone
God.
by golden stone
I mean,
just right in front of you and made a clear walkway
Michael Jackson literally created the path for your career.
for the people who inspire you,
I don't
like for your
understand.
girls. And somehow we still let your strange
I don't get it.
Disney owl-like voice come in
Oh.
and try to be gay Dale, and we permitted it. And you had the nerve to see someone with a phone out and speak
I don't.
the words that you,
I don't.
Sam Smith, don't like Michael Jackson.
You said it in front of a camera, like you saw
You saw
the phone.
someone holding their phone to their face
Nope.
and still felt comfortable to say that you don't like Michael Jackson. How motherfucking nigger ass dare you?
You are so stupid.
I am disgusted, I'm appalled, but I'm not surprised. Because as Miss Stephanie Mills said,
I love this.
I too am tired of you people studying our music, our artists, and claiming that you don't like our music or us. I'm going to stick on the us there too, because plenty of y'all like to plait your hair and put fucking mud in it so it turns to dreads and tattoo your motherfucking face and then talk about which niggas you don't like or what parts of the culture you don't like or don't respond to, or oh, officer, he had a gun and all this other fuck shit, and then come back and smoke from a bong or some weed or whatever and wear your fucking Jordans and come out at Summer Jam, you stupid bitches. I'm tired of all y'all. Because if it's not the artist, like Tupac wasn't that great. I don't understand what's so hot about Jay-Z. Oh, what did Biggie
all
really
these little
do
young
for the
niggas,
culture? Or it's Michael Jackson or
What?
somebody the fuck else, Mariah Carey. People who literally, if they did not exist and create the art that they created, there would be no place for you in the industry.
Woo, tell him again.
And you still make a way using our culture and our sound, and it's because Negroes permit you to. You gotta be a bad ignorant bitch for niggas to still be like, yeah, but that shit is good though. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like, so many people fucking despised that Eminem was making successes as a rapper.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hated his guts.
Yes.
How dare this wife beater, scrawny, mother killing white boy? Well, he was rapping about killing his mama. I'm just saying.
Well, yes, we were disturbed.
I was frightened of it.
We were disturbed.
Like,
I mean, he had her in a trunk.
I would have rather,
on the song. I was like, you're demented, my nigga.
I would have rather hung out in an alley with Freddy Krueger than like
okay.
go see Eminem anywhere.
And to this
when
day,
he came out.
any white boy who calls himself an Eminem stan I'm
frightened
steering
of you.
clear.
Like, I want to know.
I just don't.
You know, but he was so undoubtedly talented that so many niggas just had to be like, look.
Yep.
Plus, he also had niggas that grew up around him, behind him, like, nah, he's the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't get that far. I don't give a fuck how many white people will throw money at you or behind you. Niggas gotta give you that cosign. Yep. And if you think of how many white people there are in rap, R&B, and all the genres right now that are making huge successes, look at the number of black peers that they have that have appeared on their songs, that have done videos with them, that have taken pictures. You need
It's our music. It's literally our music that you're doing.
But you find success when there are people that look like us that are comfortable enough to be like, yeah, no, he cool. Oh, yeah, come and do a song with us. And many of these motherfuckers are so young that they don't know no better or care. As long as the check clears, they don't give a fuck or they don't think about it all, that kind of stuff. Right. I feel like that is mostly in hip hop. But altogether, so many of these motherfuckers will completely profit off of the genre, completely profit off of our culture, and then feel comfortable just to openly say this. What the fuck could you?
Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind?
Possibly not like about Michael Jackson's music. Oh, I don't like, but this is a good song.
And not even like Michael Jackson's music spans so many different sounds. What do you mean? You don't like any of it? Like, just Michael Jackson, period. Just none of that. It actually just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that you feel that way. It doesn't make sense that you said it out loud. But it's not that you're not allowed to feel that way. He's allowed to not like Michael Jackson's music. You're not allowed to say it. You're just not. Especially not considering the career you have and the reasons you have it. You're not allowed to say it. Nope. This was dumb.
It was very dumb.
And so when he got dragged, I was like, well, you know what? Rightly so. And then when I saw Miss Ex-Girlfriend Stephanie Mills jumped in, I said, well, God damn it. At least one of our legends said, I will not let
what
it
you're
rock.
not going to do ever in your whole life
do.
is that, and I'm going to drag you, and I'm going to make it personal, and I wish you would say something about it.
You
Sam
won't. Smith, please. He absolutely won't.
He doesn't want this month. The only person hiding
somewhere.
Only person he need to be mad at is Adam
Lambert. Him and Adam Lambert need to never speak again.
I would be eternally pissed. And Adam was probably going to be like,
be mad at yourself.
Okay.
You said it.
Adam's going to be like, I was just trying to take a luxurious selfie of myself and the water here. You're the one who had the fucking gall to open both of your lips and have I don't like Michael Jackson come out.
Adam should be like, you're the dumbass who said I don't like Michael Jackson.
Everybody else on the vessel was completely confused.
You're the dumbass who said it.
We all gasped.
You just cannot say that.
Adam probably posted just because he was so dumbfounded that this nigga said it. He was like, maybe this didn't happen. Maybe I'm hearing things and like I need to post it so that someone can tell me that there was something else he said. I don't know, but
maybe
Sam
Snapchat
Smith has nerve.
Auto posts now as soon as you're done with it, it just automatically posts to you. I don't either because I haven't used it in a very long time.
Right.
But he deleted it real fast, but not. The internet is always faster.
Last but not least, I want to read Jolly Rancher for making this package here. First of all, I got these at the little convenience store downstairs. I hadn't seen the Jolly Ranchers that come in like the square ones. Like it comes in a pack, like Lifesavers or anything, but they're square. They're.
Oh, it looked like a cough drop.
Right. I haven't seen these in a minute, and so I was like, oh, I'll get some candy. And I didn't realize that the only flavors in here, right, are strawberry and green apple. And so I was like, oh, well, that doesn't give me the whole, thing, but sure, whatever, candy.
Right.
Nigga.
Now, why are you opening it?
There were like 8 or 9 apples in here and 1 strawberry.
No! Oh, get your money back. Oh, no.
I think I might demand a refund.
No, that's actually so wrong.
First of all, if anybody knows anything about Jolly Ranchers, a green apple is not horrendous.
No, it's not. But don't nobody want a whole pack of them bitches. What? If you tell me...
And strawberry is so much better.
Right. Oh, no. If they had lied to me like that about cherry, I might have actually started
I think I might... Or, listen, if it was watermelon and apple... I honestly would at you, Jolly Rancher. Like, I really would write into corporate because this is an injustice.
Get your money back.
Like, this is 9 apple.
They trying to get rid of them apples. They must have a bunch of extra apples in their factory.
The apples on clearance. They were just like, just put them on. Who cares? Just, oh, God, it's New York. So fuck y'all, too.
That's fucked up. All right. Well, this week, very quickly, I also have 2 ridiculous stories to share. One, Oklahoma once again embarrassing me on a national level. A school district in southern Oklahoma, one of these towns so small that even people from Oklahoma haven't heard of it. So don't nobody live out there. This is actually one of the schools super close to the border, so I might blame this on Texas, even though Texas, I'm sure Texas.
Those are scary places, especially when you're talking about white places.
Those are the type of places we just simply don't go. And if you go right back home. You don't spend the night. There was a couple times that I was working in Oklahoma and had to travel to like remote cities and would legit be scared to even stay at the Holiday Inn.
Like Florida's the same way.
Because they just looking like, is that a nigger?
Right.
In my town? Oh no. And for what? Anyway.
You drive through Florida, you make sure you gassed up to get from Tampa to the next state. Because I'm not stopping except for maybe at FAMU.
Right. So Akil Public School was closed on Monday and Tuesday. Because there are some parents who posted in the school's Facebook group about one of the female students.
Oh, God.
This student is transgender and she is using the girls' bathroom. And so naturally, these bigots are incredibly upset. Apparently, this girl used to use the staff bathroom, I guess, in whatever school she went to previously, but she cannot find or has access to the staff bathroom, and so she is using the girls' room anyway, which is what she should be using because she is a girl. And I don't know what you think these, anyway. People have written such comments as, we've been told how the school has gone above and beyond to make sure he has his own restroom, yet he is still using the girls. Looks like it's going to be a long year. And if you thought misgendering was as bad as this was going to get, of course you're wrong.
I didn't.
I mean, you should. They are also calling this baby Thing and It and Half-Baked Maggot. One person said a good sharp knife will solve that problem if he wants to be a girl so bad. Somebody else said that this child should have his ass whooped until he quits coming to school. These are grown people.
That's the saddest part of this.
In a town that is so small that it's one of those where people from different cities all go to like the county school or whatever. Like it's a small place that we're talking about here. Everybody knows everybody. It's not like some massive city where you can just go hide. Y'all are just being ignorant and terrible right there on this small ass Facebook group with your name and photo attached where real people can see what you're saying.
I want to fight them.
People that you will interact with every day. And so of course this child's mother is terrified for her daughter, as she should be, because these rednecks are acting like they're actually going to hurt your baby. The school had to be closed on the advice of local law enforcement for those 2 days. It has since reopened, and I guess we're hoping nobody goes up to the school and assaults a child, because that would be even worse. But it reminds me that, like, of all the progress that we would like to think has been made, we are still living in a time where grown people,
grown-ups,
whole ass adults feel justified in talking about a child in that way.
This stuff is taught
to a child. A child.
Like these students are going back to the school knowing full well that their parents
hate this child. And this little girl is trying to go to school and learn just like everybody else's child is doing. How do you have so much hate in your heart that you could say this type of thing? Some of this is incredibly violent. How can you be so hateful that you say something like that about somebody else?
Because this girl wants to go to the bathroom. Imagine your whole school has to be closed because this girl wants to go to the bathroom.
Because of a safety concern. Because so many people are on Facebook talking about how they're going to hurt your baby for going to school. It just is 100% completely and totally unacceptable. I'm disgusted.
I would have been a straight up Viola Davis movie because I'd have been sitting on the steps of the school with a bat every day until y'all calm down.
You do not have to.
Because anybody can get their skull cracked. Try it.
All right.
Pull your knife out, sis.
So yeah, fuck the parents of
each and every one of you.
The Achilles Public School. I don't know, whatever it was.
Come to New York and fight me.
Again, literally never heard of this town. It's one of those. So
tell your mama and your daddy to come to New York. I want to fight.
All right. So D.L. Hughley.
I'm done. All right.
This is...
Here's the microphone.
So this is not even about the insane story, which if you haven't heard it, D.L. Hughley was talking about how he
just put a book out, right?
Did he?
I think
I don't know.
I think he's promoting a book.
Okay, so maybe that has to be why. But he was talking about how, of course, he used to cheat on his wife incessantly. He conceived a child through one of those affairs. He said something about he wished that the problem would go away, and then this 9-month-old baby was killed by his mama's boyfriend. And the wife felt so bad that she was financially helping out this woman for a while. Now, that story is a mess. Like, every part of that is just so wild, and I don't know why he would say that he, like, I don't know why he included the details of that the way that he did. The fact that he said, that he was praying this problem would go away, and then the baby died, so he was like, oh my God, I wished for this baby's death or whatever. I don't know why we even had to know about this. However, that's not even what I'm here to talk about. So he was talking to Vlad TV, which is not VLAD.
Oh my God.
It's not VLAD.
And it's not and never has been.
And you know me, I just pronounce everything. If it's a V and an L, like vlogger. Everybody let me know. That word is vlogger. But I called you a vlogger. Okay. But it's not what you are. It was vlogger. Anyway. He was on Vlad. He was on Vlad TV, and he was the subject of Magic Johnson was brought up.
Oh, fuck.
And how Magic has been, consistently very supportive of his son EJ, and Vlad asked D.L. Hughley, if your child turned out...
He always starting some shit.
If your child was gay, would you be cool with it, whatever? And at first, D.L. Hughley is like, yeah, I'm not going to have no problem with that. My child is my child. All I'm saying is that, you can like dudes or you can like the same sex without being all feminine like that. I'm not buying you no purses because you ain't a girl. I'm not doing all that extra stuff, blah, blah, blah. You can be gay or you can like the same sex without doing all that, blah, 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 blah. And where I almost would kind of, had he ended it at, that's my child and we gonna be good no matter what, that would have been fine.
I mean, that's the ideal answer.
But then you had to just come right on through, and I don't know what it is about older black people. Well, I don't even know that it's older black people. This may also be whites. But y'all feel like it's okay to be homophobic if people aren't gay in a way that is visible to you. Yeah. And that's not how this works. People are free to be whoever they are and to express themselves in whatever way feels genuine, regardless of how you feel about that. It's like saying, well, it's fine if my son is gay as long as he's a top and in the closet and masculine presenting and nobody ever knows he's gay and it stays our little family secret. Then it's not okay that he's gay. If it's not okay for him to be gay and that means that he has the gay accent and he likes to be on Instagram, I don't know, whatever gay niggas do on Instagram. Taking a lot of highly curated photo shoot type photos.
Absolutely. Sending those DMs.
Putting together looks or whatever else. If that means your son is gay like EJ Johnson and he puts on heels and has bags or puts makeup on or whatever the fuck, then that just is who he is. Your child is not, people don't deliberately choose to be as marginalized as possible. I really want parents and guardians to understand that before they have kids. Your child is not going to come to you and say that they're trans because they just really want to go through all the shit trans people go through in this country.
Yeah,
it doesn't
it sounds like a ball.
That. Right. Doesn't it just sound like so much fun? Wouldn't you love to have school shut down because ignorant ass people...
Because grown ass people are threatening harm on you? Because you want to pee?
Are talking about taking a knife to your body? Wouldn't you love that?
Sounds like a
ideal adolescence, right? Doesn't it just sound like such a good time? If your child is gay and he's feminine with his gayness, then he just is feminine with his gayness. He doesn't have to perform homosexuality in a way that is okay to you in order to be okay as a person.
I don't know what the fuck these niggas be thinking about, to be honest with you.
The fact that D.L. Hughley parted his lips to say anything at all about anybody's child or anybody acting in any kind of way after you just told us this absolutely insane story of your baby mama and this child who was murdered senselessly and your wife paying her off and all this. Is just kind of like, maybe you should take a big step back from judging, because I don't think, based off what we've heard here, you're good at making decisions. I don't think you've done a good job with that. There's nothing about you that makes me feel like you're qualified to raise a child. You actually prayed for your child to die. So for your problem to go away. Perhaps you did not say, hello, someone please cause my child to die. Like, perhaps you did not say that, but you asked for your problem to go away.
Maybe you thought the baby would be born and then just evaporate.
Right. Like they just poof and they just don't live here no more and they're not asking for child support.
Or like Thanos would just snap.
Not that y'all dead. Y'all just gone somewhere far away where I don't have to be a daddy.
Soul Stone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. So I don't think you're the father that we need in these times. Like, I just don't think DL... I was going to really drag this nigga, but to be honest, being DL Hughley is the drag.
Wow.
You will always be known as the nigga that we don't really understand why you got the invite for Kings of Comedy.
Wow.
You will always be that part of the DVD that we don't quote because we don't remember nothing from it. Ouch. And those are the truths you will have to live with. So the rest of this, don't
remember who was on the Hughleys.
I just don't. Until you said that, I forgot the Hughleys was a show. So trust and believe we're not coming to you for parenting advice or anything of the like. You should certainly sit the fuck down and remain there for a good long time.
His book
had to be totally and completely out your black ass mind.
His book came out on June 26th. It is called How Not to Get Shot and Other Advice from White People.
All right, so that is going to wrap up this week's episode of The Read. Thank you so much for listening. Check us out at thisistheread.com.
I saw clips of him promoting it, and it was like, oh, look at D.L. Hughley trying to be the upstanding, smart black man.
Don't have time for that. No.
I'm not interested.
No, I'm not interested. Fuck you, sir. Yes.
I hope all y'all parents who be talking about what you gonna do and what you not gonna do for your feminine gay sons or whatever, I hope you can wipe your ass your whole life. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm gonna say.
Because I won't be sissying my ass in your house to wipe your ass. I sure won't. Remember when you was talking about how fucking
actually,
gay I was?
Dad, I only have enough baby wipes for me since I'm a feminine bottom. I need them for myself.
Remember when you said my wrists were broken? Now I can't wipe your ass.
I can't lift these baby. I'm so sorry. Oh, is the shit just everywhere? Is it just foul?
You better call one of them home health aides, bitch. Y'all ain't shit.
Like your child is literally going to be like,
fuck DL
dependent
Hughley
on you for your whole ass life.
Yep. Anyway.
Whatever.
So yes, follow us on social at This Is The Read. And do you have any news this week?
We are right around the corner from Few Years Thoughts Live. We are right around the corner from 305 Live.
Yeah.
The pool party in LA. I'm so ready for some more LA energy and sun and fun. Hopefully it has just been the weather here. Who pissed her off?
It's raining all week, right?
Like,
This like randomly sunny and then the sky will just crack open.
Yeah.
And it'd be loud as shit too.
And light.
It sounded like Oklahoma yesterday. I was like, wait a minute.
I took Link out onto the balcony or whatever, and that thunder and lightning went off, and she was like, that is enough for me.
It's time to go.
Good night. I will be going back.
Dogs don't fuck with that at all.
Thanks. She can't stay. Thankfully, she's not one of those dogs that will like make a whole bunch of noise throughout a whole storm. But she does not fuck with lightning. Nope, she saw it once, but she was like, all right, that's enough fresh air for me. Let's go right here. I love it. She don't like snow either. You take her out in some like fresh snow.
A girl after
that fucking ice hits her paws, and she was like, you know what? I don't need to walk. That's fine. I'm gonna shit right here.
We can just go, and then we go right back in the house. Thank you so much, friend. Yep. Amen. All right.
Well, that's all the news that I have for this week. Come out to 305 Live. Fury305.com is where you can go if you don't have tickets yet. I'm really excited to get into my swim attire and jump into some floaties and be ratchet. And yes, it's going to be a great time.
All right. Well, that is going to wrap up The Read. We have an acronym. I don't think I have any news. Woo.
The acronym this week will be
Doja Cow.
Um,
Doja Cow. Doja Cat.
Oh my God. I was gonna do, Move Bitch, Get Out My Head.
Oh, I thought you were going to do Bitch on my Cow. What a fun video.
I just love it.
It's just fun. It's goofy, I know. People are like, I don't get it. There's nothing to get.
There's nothing to get.
She's just being light-skinned and
She's just
ridiculous.
having fun.
Yeah, it's just fun.
And eating a burger and fries in a shade.
And calling herself a cow. Like,
what is there to get?
She don't go to the city because they ain't got lawns.
Sucking nigga dick or some E-I-O.
You know what?
All these bitches only paying I-O. It's just fun.
It's just fun.
It's
All
like a song I wish I made.
Okay, you know what?
Well, yeah, no acronym,
Let's
whatever.
Just,
just be safe and have a good time and Queen Radio.
All right. We will see y'all next week.